Hi everyone! Let me switch over screens. I don't know, Radical, hi, welcome in. Alright, let's go ahead and play just a little bit of Words on Stream. And we can start Lapse. I'm so excited to start Lapse. There's a bit of a change to stream avatars now. So in the battle royales and duels, you can get the clothing items and accessories. And in Monodam, which I will spawn a Monodam real quick. Monodam has Pokeballs, and you're gonna catch Pokemon from Monodam from now on. Lapse, your beloved. I'm excited to start it. I'm so excited to finally start. I feel so bad. I'm like, I swear, I'm not avoiding Lapse. Life is just like, nah, you're not doing things today. Or each time. So. But no. I'm like, no. I came back early from the event today. I am here. I want to start this so much. You got Quentin to P6? Nice! I love Quentin. Quentin's forever my favorite. Let's see if we can help out in this one today. Fraud. That's a word. I don't know anything else. Okay, this one was kind of hard. Oops. Oh yeah, and then I saw on Eden's Garden their Discord announcement that something is happening next Friday at 8 p.m. If it is a release trailer for Chapter 1, we're totally gonna pause the channel, Lapse, whatever part we're at Lapse, and we're gonna watch that. So it'll be like live reaction. Because I'm excited. I'm so excited that they're announcing. I mean, I guess it's all speculation. They didn't really say what they're announcing, but it most likely is a release trailer, I would assume. It'd be crazy if they just dropped Chapter 1 like that without any build-up. Kuzasoda, hi, welcome in. But yeah, so hopefully Eden's Garden will have a December release. Snowy, hi, welcome in. Because if that's a December release, then that'll just be right after Lapse. God, there's so many things coming out. I'm like, okay. I can squish this thing. Because I still have the Fangan Simulator is coming out the 29th. Which that's gonna be over on Twitch. I know there's other things I just can't think of right now. But now Eden's Garden's also about to announce something too. So I'm like, okay. We got this. Oh no, you're still sick? Or yeah, that's okay. Definitely get rest and like whatever you like for get betteringness, like tea or soup or whatever you like. Humidifiers. Play for a little bit. Nice. And you're babysitting your brother? Did they go say, oh look at Lapses. I am so excited. I am so excited. And mostly because like it's a full game. I think that's what I'm mostly excited about too. Is it looks neat. So yesterday, immediately after stream, I watched The Art of Murder. I love it. I love it so much. And yeah, I like Giorgio. So I'm pretty sure it's a character that I think Kazusoda said that I would like. And I do. He's silly. You had a feeling I would? I feel so bad for OC though. Poor OC. They're so adorable. He's just a little guy. Oh, oafish? That's a good word. Nice. I mean, if you put an oafish, then I'll put fish. Using your last brain cell to find out any words. See, and I just feel like I'm just like going off of everything Radical does. Oafish will fish. Infos will info. But yeah, thank you everyone for the Pokemon suggestions. All those Pokemon have been added to Monodam and the shop. For the first one in a while, you're gonna play Dempsey, know what happens. See, I'm excited because I think I was saying like it plays a bit differently too, so that's exciting. Also, I'm like, cool. I don't know a single thing, and this is great. Playing dumb helps you not spoil anything. Acumen? Oh my god, Radical, you're amazing at this. And so you don't know anything much about this one? Well, so you're in the same boat as me. You only ever watch someone play up to the first step? Oh, see, they're drawn so cutely, and I'm gonna be like, oh no. I almost made it die. You love everyone in Lapse? See, that's gonna make it hurt when they die, isn't it? Oh. Oops. There's no R. What am I doing? Okay, so I see the word immediately. There's one character you like more than the others, but you won't get till you get to it. I mean, just from the cover picture that I saw, there was a green-haired one, and they look interesting. And the one with glasses, and I think pink hair, and they look neat. Oh my gosh, maybe I should, hold on, let me see. Danganronpa. Oh, no, tier maker while this is going. Let me see if they have a Danganronpa Lapse one. Danganronpa Lapse. They do. Yep, they do. They do. You searched it before and some showed up? Okay, nice. You know, because I was also thinking meth, and I'm like, do they have it there? And yeah, I guess they do. Why is your name have a lock on it? Huh. I have no idea. Breaking Bad binge shit. What else is new? I went to so like for last week I was playing the Danganronpa TCG game. And so today I actually got to go into a collectible card shop kind of like store, and it looks just like the game. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the game in real life, which I know is a purse. I just never been in one before, and I was just so like surprised. Except they had a cafe attached to theirs. And I'm like, wait, I want that in the game. Let me serve Danganronpa omelets or something. It'd be so cute. There's only one N, I can't do, it's not nothing. I also thought that at first. Oh no, Monodem got away. Yeah, spawn another one. I don't know, I just really like Monodem with the Pokeball. Like, he's just taunting y'all with it. Alright, level 6, congrats everyone! Alright, so let me... God, one thing about Tearmaker, the website though, is like, hello, 5,000 ads. This is a really short, a small cast. Okay, so, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright. So let's see. So characters that just from the straight up vibes alone, there's only 10 in the cast. I'm like, hey, I think I like this character. This character looks neat. This character looks neat. This person looks neat. Oh god, they all kind of do. I'm like, you look cool. Yeah, okay, I think probably one of these four is gonna be my favorite. The black and white was on a student? Okay, I figured that was like the host or mascot because it was like Monokuma colored. Seeing the cast again makes you so happy. Okay, so because these four are my favorites, I think they're probably dead. I think, wait, it's over for now. Oh, is this not a complete one? Or is it 3 chapters? You love them all, they're all your friends. Oh, let me pull up a different one real quick. Let me see. It's just a tier list. Tier list. Okay, I guess this will have to do. Only 3 trials? Okay. Okay. So... this cutie, dead. First one dead. I bet this is the first one dead. So who do I think killed this person? And this one's me, right? I think this one's me. But I'm gonna put... that's the whole game? Okay, I'm gonna put this one on a survivor. Fingers crossed. Busy. Okay, who do I think is gonna kill this person? I don't know why this person seems like a Pokemon rival so much. I don't think you're gonna be a murderer yet, though. Okay, let's say the scare-looking one. Yeah, murderer blackened. And then chapter 2. Oh, we'll put this person under unsure, which is really just not a character there. This person. I think they get murdered second. And they get murdered by... probably one of the ones I like. Which one of you two did it? You. Okay. Third dead's you. You look neat. I think I like you. And I think I'm gonna lose you. I don't think I'm gonna lose Pokemon Trainer. I would assume this one's the Monokuma of the game. I could be wrong. Blue haired girl reminds you of David in terms of designs. I think it's the blue hair and the green. Yeah, so I think... oh wait, I saw this person. I think there'd be 4 survivors? I think it's gonna be 3 survivors. 3 feels like a good amount of survivors. Okay, so one of y'all has to die also. Or, oh no, it's a mastermind. Okay, hold on. Dude, of these... you. No, you. No. Yeah, no, this one. Okay. Final thoughts. If Streamer almost wins again, you're gonna start crying. Oh no. Okay. Just by pure vibes alone, not knowing these characters. Zeph, hi. Yeah, welcome in. Yep. I am just making my random prediction, not knowing their names, their talents, anything about them, just vibes on the sprites. How I think it's gonna go down. And I think chapter 1, I think this cutie killed by this cutie. Chapter 2, and they're gonna have like an eye reveal thing, right? They gotta do an eye reveal of some sort. Yeah. Chapter 2, this sweet looking person gets murdered by this adorable looking person. Chapter 3, I just lose all the green in my life. Night Cloudy, hi, welcome in. Do I think there's gonna be a double kill? I mean, that'd be a bit rude with only a 10 people cast, right? I'm gonna go with no. Oh, I won the battle royale. Nice. Yeah. I asked and everyone confirmed it's 3 chapters. And I made sure I downloaded the definitive edition of Lapse, so I have a full game. I think so chapter 3, I think I'm gonna be ridiculously sad. That I'm gonna lose this cutie and the Pokemon Trainer right here. And then survivors, I think it's gonna be the main character, this person, and then this person. And I think, this Monokuma-like host, and I think Mastermind, if there's a Mastermind. Yeah, so that's what I think. So I guess we can get started now. Let me drop some Monodams so everyone can get some Pokemon. And switch switch over to there. Okay. Let's do this. The mini-menu is located at the bottom of the screen. Right-click to access save. Oh! Neat. This is... Yay. Good, good, good. You won? Nice! Alright, let's do this. The heart of man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, it has its tides, it has its depths, it has its pearls as well. Ring, 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 ring. The protagonist is non-binary? Okay, gotcha. What is that sound? Okay, okay. This looks pretty. I opened my heavy eyelids to an unfamiliar room. Oh, guess I was asleep, but where am I? This isn't my room. I turned my head to the right to see a small old-fashioned alarm clock on the nightstand. The time read 7:30. In the morning or evening? I reached over to stop the alarm, when suddenly I felt a dull pain in the back of my head. Ow. I sat up from my bed to rub my head and shut off the alarm. The pain subsided quickly, and it was then that I did a full take in my surroundings. Yeah, the background is so pretty. I found myself in a comfortable room. Soft lighting rested against the warm-colored walls. The furniture was devoid of any dust or dirt, and the bed itself was extremely plush. An unassuming painting hung just above my head. I scooted from the center of the bed, kicked my feet out from under the covers, and began perusing the room of its amenities. A roomy closet, a small writing desk in the corner, and a single bathroom. It was overall a rather luxurious room without seeming overly elegant in its design. I mean, the room is comfortable enough, but how on earth did I get here? Am I imagining this? I hope I didn't hit my head. I went to the bathroom, turned the cold tap, and let my cupped hands fill the crisp water before splashing my face. We're a cutie. The chill snapped my senses awake as I took a moment to collect myself. Well, as far as I can tell, at least I'm in one piece. I noticed my everyday coat was on a hanger behind me. I pulled the coat on and adjusted myself. It wouldn't hurt to recall the basics. Well, I mean, yeah. I'll probably add the avatars after. My name is Echo Pine. I'm a student at Columbine Institute, coming toward the end of my final year. Ashley! The last thing I remember was seeing my best friend Ashley off for the day as she went to take care of her horses. Ashley. I wonder she made it home all right. I admit, I was a little less thorough in making sure she made it to her house that late afternoon, but I'm sure she's all right. Or I hope. I racked my brain thinking about that evening. Well, okay, so I had Ashley as a survivor. So, you know, fingers crossed. Alright, thanks for the lift. And be careful with your ankle. I can't believe you insisted on driving even though it's sprained. It's no problem at all. Besides, my ankle is almost unhealing, so it's no big deal. It's not like I drive with that foot anyway. I'm just worried since I can't walk you to the door. I wanted to see if Applejacket was in a petting mood tonight. My house is right there. You don't need to worry. And if she is, I'll make sure to give that kitty a good scratching for you. Alright, thanks. Night, Ash. Good night, Echo. Yeah, I mean, I'm already going like, oh no, she's gonna be like the Joe from Your Turn to Die. Like, no, I don't want that to happen. I left the car in park and watched as Ashley crossed the lawn. I declined putting any more strain on my left ankle, since it was still recovering from a sprain, but I remained vigilant. Her porch light wasn't on, so as she got closer to the house, she faded into the evening shadows. I waited a few more minutes until I heard her front door close. Click. Okay, time to get back. I shifted back into drive and let the wheels crawl before accelerating. I love their style. The style looks so nice. Like, it feels like a cartoon, like, when I say like a cartoon, like a on TV cartoon. But upon my slow gaze across the gravel, I didn't see her living room light turn on. I was worried, but I was certain I heard her front door close. Was I really certain, though? Sebastian, hi! It reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. It does kind of like Scott Pilgrim vibes a bit. Nothing. Suddenly, a darkness welled up inside me. Was I in this strange, unknown remote location because I didn't make sure my friend was safe in her home? No, that'd be absurd. Those two things can't be linked together just because I was less cautious than usual. I combed through the room once more and realized I didn't have any of my personal possessions on hand or in the room itself. No phone to call Ash. I mean, maybe a phone. No phone to call Ashley to make sure she's okay. Sure, there was an ancient landline service phone right there. There's an ancient landline service phone in the room, but I didn't know where I was to begin with. I started to panic. I had to get out of here. I got so caught up in both my head and unprovoked fear that I threw the door open at full force, nearly hitting the person just outside. And that person just happened to be... Hey, watch it! Ash! Huh? Echo? It was strange. The very friend I thought I suffered a consequence for not making sure they made it home safe was standing right in front of me for some inexplicable reason. You're okay. Ashley Westbridge, a dear old friend of mine. She's what some people would call a horse girl, which seems like a vague thing to call someone who happens to tend to equines. The irreverent thought aside. Yeah, of course I'm okay. The mouse wheel, or press L if I misclick? Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. And what about you? You're as pale as a ghost. I just got a little worked up is all. I woke up in this unknown place and I thought it was because I didn't see your lights go on in your house before I drove off. I rattled off the thoughts that stirred my fears just moments ago. Echo, it's okay. You don't have to worry about a thing. I made it home to take care of Hyperion all in one piece. I was just a little tired is all. So I went straight to the stables behind the house and took the back door entrance. Sorry I worried you. Is that... Oh, sorry, the music just kicked in. Is that loud for y'all? I can lower it if it is. Ashley wrapped me in a big familiar hug and I immediately felt calm. Actually, yeah, it feels loud. Put that down a smidge. Yeah. I asked, I'm like, wait, I can't even hear me. There we go. Alright, that should be better. Thanks, Ash. I know I shouldn't get so worked up about stuff like that, but sometimes I can't help it. You know, one thought led to another and I just jumped to the worst possible conclusion. I mean, they're still in a random hotel. You stuck with the loud music for a while? Oh no. Oh, Echo. You needn't fret so much. You'll make yourself sick with worry. However, I can totally understand where your worry might come from, especially in this scenario. Yeah, just where are we? Yes, that is the question. With my mind and heart at ease, I discussed the situation with Ashley. I told her that I woke up not long ago thanks to the provided alarm clock, and her experience was just the same. Hotel, as in has-been hotel. She too felt a dull pain of lingering headache upon awaking. I mean, that would kind of suck for them, because they're like, oh no, they went to hell. And she, too, felt a brief moment of confusion due to the unknown setting. I couldn't find any of my possessions in my room. I tried to find my phone to call you, but no luck. I don't have anything of note in my room either. I don't have any of my things with me, like my satchel or phone. It's odd. Although there aren't any answers to the obvious questions like, how did we get here? Where are my things? Etc. I feel strangely comfortable here. I think it might be that super plush bed. Not gonna lie, I really like that back home. We laughed among ourselves and decided to explore what seemed to be some sort of mansion. I still felt uneasy, but thanks to seeing a familiar face, I felt a little safer. I closed my room door behind me, noticing there was a plaque that was adorned with a symbol of my high school. Looking further down the hall, the various other door plaques share the same features. I spotted Ashley's right away as well. It seems her room was just adjacent to mine across the hall. Looks like there's some other students here as well. Other plaques with school emblems, I'm assuming. Seems that way. Although I haven't run into anyone yet. Not literally like you, of course. Haha, very funny. The hall interior was very ornate, with dark wood lining the walls and candlestones lighting the path. The dark wood floor was covered in a thick woven rug that created a path toward an opening in the hallway. I think I can hear some others down the hall. Ashley took the lead as we curiously walked through the hall, taking in the ambience as we gazed at the miscellaneous paintings of nature that hung on the wall. The sound of lively conversation grew louder as we approached the connecting room. God, this is so pretty. I know, this is like, it's more hotel than school. But it's like a pretty, pretty hotel. If you ever good drawing, you'd actually make something of something like that. Anyways, sure enough, there were 3 other people living and having a lively chat in the foyer. They still look like a Pokemon trainer to me. They're so adorable. Hey, you two. Good of you to make it. I was wondering how many other people were going to come around. You could just count how many doors and plaques there are in the living quarters hallway. Nah, I'm not attentive enough for something like that. I'll just figure it out from how many of you I meet up with. You're awfully carefree, aren't you? Well, yeah, it's because I have good company with you lovely folks. Oh, come on. What's with the cold shoulders? I'm just here to have a good time. The person with the hat continued preoccupying his present, less than willing company with this lively conversation. You adore this guy? I'm excited. I quietly took the atmosphere of the foyer before approaching the group. The main clearing was huge. It featured a shiny white marble floor extending into the 2 spiraling staircases on either side of its circular walls. An elevator resided in the center of the wall, opposite from the front door. He's your son. A beautiful grand chandelier hung from the center of the marble ceiling, just above a modest table at ground level. The wooden table itself was either bare, only containing a decorative flower vase, and a very polite note printed on premium-grade cardstock. Thank you for joining us this momentous occasion. Please make your welcome official by signing in, utilizing the bracelets I've been provided. Oh no, is this your turn to die? You love Sonia Nevermind for she survives? I do like Sonia. Sonia's cool. Simply tap the bracelet to the digital kiosk that is located at the foot of the stairs. This is the fanciest death game ever. Something like that? Oh no. Or Orbury 999. That too. They had bracelets in 999 also. No. Oh my gosh. Your Turn to Die had the neck collars. 999 has the bracelets. Sorry, I'm forgetting what murder devices everyone had on them. I lifted my left wrist to see the bracelet in question. It was a simple thing, a rose gold plate with my name on it strung onto a bracelet with a small chain of the same color. I hadn't even noticed until now. Ashley was admiring hers just as I did. Her bracelet hung on her right wrist, just above her own wood cuff bracelet. I looked over at the other students' wrists as well, and they all had the same thing, albeit presumably with their own names. What was the purpose of these things anyway? Rather than get absorbed in wondering about the small decoration, I decided to join in a small conversation. Hello there. Have you already scanned your bracelets? Yes. We all convened here just a few minutes ago. I would recommend you scan your bracelets on the kiosk as well, since it grants access to the rooms after the welcome. Oh, well, don't mind if I do. I mean, yeah, naturally, because how do you always start the stream? Like lots of despair. I went over to the aforementioned kiosk that was nestled strangely within the luxurious decor. Ooh, a map! Ooh, a theater! I'm getting murdered in the theater. I'm just letting you all know that. The kiosk displayed a simple map of the first floor layout by default. The foyer led to 4 locations: the living quarters, the dining hall, the study, and the theater. I held up my wrist close to the screen and it quickly detected my bracelet, displaying a sparse summary of information, my name, and a profile picture. Hi, that was quick. Thank you for signing in. You may now roam the first floor freely. Your bracelet corresponds to your room, and your room alone. They are paramount to keeping your personal room and its belongings safe. Please take care of it. Please make yourself comfortable with all the given accommodations, and once again, welcome. The screen went to the original map screen, as it was before I scanned my bracelet. I stepped aside to let Ashley sign in as well, and in the meantime, got to introducing myself to the other students. Hey there, I'm Echo Pine, and this is my friend, Ashley Westbridge. Nice to meet you all. What? Arturo? And he has the same hair color as Arturo too. Oh my god, it's baby Arturo. Arturo. Likewise, I'm Arturo Campopiano. But just art is fine. It's perfectly fine. Missy Vesper, the pleasure is mine. Kananota. Have you all met before? That would be a negative. He'll be better than other Arturo. Nothing like making new friends though, am I right? Canon said nothing, instead letting out a loud sigh with absolutely no subtleties. I can't say this word. It wasn't subtle. It was not very subtle at all. Hiding her annoyance at Art's enthusiasm. I see. That said, you mentioned you two are acquainted? Yeah. We were pen pals in the summer before high school started, and we just became close over time. That's quite endearing. Oh, thank you. I didn't expect that kind of answer from Missy. Maybe she's the type to secretly cry at romantic movies. Well, if we're all signed in, why don't we visit the dining hall? I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel tea is in order after waking up. I'm in favor of that idea. I'd like to explore afterwards as well. Yeah, I wonder who else we're going to run into. Oh, this is exciting. Missy walked briskly towards the dining hall, which was just opposite the living quarters hall where we entered the foyer. Art followed quickly after, which just left Canon or Canon? I won't say Canon until I figure it out. Back to the giant clearing. I'm gonna call you Ota. I'll explore at my own pace, thank you. Okay. We need to protect Art. Aww. I suppose we'll see you later? With a curt and definitive statement, Ota made her case, stating that she was going to stay put in the foyer. Ashley and I followed the other two in the dining hall, leaving Ota to her business. I think y'all should have a little battle royale too real quick. Battle royale. The dining hall was rather small and intimate. A single long woodcraft table and a modest chandelier created the centerpiece. God, it's so pretty. A black marble fireplace with a natural painting hanging just above the decorated the far wall. The table setting bore 16 chairs, 14 on each side, 2 at the heads of the table. The table was already decorated with light accessories, candelabra, small vases of flowers, and an encyclopedia about ships. The room itself was centered to a small kitchen, one with the usual kitchen staple appliances. An oven, a refrigerator, a large dishwashing sink, a gas range, and all the utensils and tools one might need. Oh, congrats, Kuzusoda! A small storehouse pantry was off to the side, with nothing of readily edible interest to the common person. Oh wow, this place is super loaded, huh? You were killed by 2 aces. You weren't Nico, were you? Art made a beeline for the 2 side rooms, poking in and out of the dining hall between the pantry and kitchen. Missy, on the other hand, gazed slowly at the dining hall itself. It's a very fine setting, but not so much that it feels oppressively high-end. Yep, everything looks to be in order for a good meal. Art finally stopped pacing around and sat at one of the seats, kicking his feet up at the table as he looked around the room like the adorable cutie pie that he is. Missy noticeably shook her head at the action. But, where is everyone? This place seats like a bunch of people, but there's only 5 of us. I wonder if no one else has woken up yet. Maybe others ignored their alarms. Some people like to sleep in and all. I approached the natural painting above the fireplace, admiring the soft colors and brushwork. As I stood in front of it, the painting faded out to reveal what looked to be an emblem. Falling to display on the emblem screen, the announcement came from the overhead speakers within the room, the voice silvery and modulated. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a lovely stay. Feel free to utilize the kitchen to your heart's content, or, if you are unable to, you may use the automated cook feature by tapping your bracelet on the kitchen's digital kiosk and selecting a meal. What is this? This is so fancy. This is the fanciest death game ever. Like, oh yes please, I would like to have a custom omelet. There's 16 chairs, that mean originally 16 students? Yeah, maybe. Or, if neither of those suit your particular tastes, you may consult your group's ultimate level kitchen hand. The emblem disappeared, returning the screen to its initial artwork display. But what did that mean? Why is an ultimate level kitchen hand? I turned to ask one of the other students, but they looked at Art. But it looked like Art had already figured it out. Or rather, figured something. Oh my god, he just ordered like mac and cheese or something, because he totally would, I feel. Whatever he started going on about next made no sense to me. Oh, I get it. This is a safe house. A private group provided for us since we signed up for the preservation project. Uh-oh. Huh? You signed up to be here? Well, yeah, of course. And if I guessed correctly, we all seem to be ultimate students. There are some serious ultimate vibes in this room, don't you think? I've learned Arturo is just baby Arturo from Despair Time. I've learned there's 16 chairs and 10 people, so question mark. And Ashley's here. Yes, that seems to be the case. What's an ultimate student? And apparently I don't know what an ultimate is. Oh, don't tell me you don't even know. Oh man, what are you even doing here? Oh my god, I saw her nails are painted. Oh, I love her nails. She's, okay, I like her too. And her name's Missy Vesper. That's such a cool name. Ultimate students are typically high school students that super excelled in their field of expertise. They are often scouted by groups with various intentions, virtuous or nefarious. They will often have a focused set of skills that makes their abilities desirable to certain people, and with good reason. Well, if there's a talent you could think of, There's probably an ultimate student out there that will knock your socks off with their amazingness. So you're saying that everyone here is super talented except for me? You're kidding, right? You've been walking around this whole time with Ashley Westbridge. Like, she's the ultimate jockey, and you didn't even know? Hey, she's ace. Huh? Ultimate jockey? I really don't talk about my talent outside of my day-to-day. I heard of Ashley Westbridge's accomplishments. She can wrangle just about any horse and ride him to victory. It's quite impressive to be able to tame such creatures, and any variety nonetheless. However, I've read that you excel best with your main partner, Hyperion. A Pinto Trakener. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like there's Ash, there's Ace, like, Oh my. I didn't realize my achievements were so widely regarded. It's a little embarrassing hearing others remark upon them. Wow, even so. I looked over Ashley, who, despite the sudden grandeur, looked as modest as ever. Honestly, I thought you were just a typical horse girl. I don't know whether to find that humbling or insulting to my talent. Never mind, I guess we're gonna be the first one dead. With foot and mouth disease. So Ashley held the title of Ultimate Jockey, huh? I was curious to know what that implied. I never knew her to be particularly eccentric when it came to her lifestyle at the stables. For how long during our friendship did she even have that title? Enough about me. What about you two? I admit, I can't really put a talent to either of your names. Will die in art will be the new protagonist. With his newfound knowledge of the situation, I was curious to learn about the other students here as well. Oh, let's learn about art. Your name's Art, right? May I ask what your talent is? Sure, I'm the ultimate golfer. I'll never miss my mark. Total holes in ones all day, every day. That's crazy. Wow, how did you manage that? He's wearing a hat heading as a Hokage. Oh no, we're gonna get Kaede. Well, I don't know. I can't stand having to put more energy into extra strokes, so I make the first and last one count. What kind of reasoning was that to become a pro golfer? So anyway, that's an interesting way to go about it. I can't even imagine being able to control the club like that. He's designed like Arturo and has Grace's talent. Well, it took a lot of practice for sure. I used to golf a lot with my grandpa. It was all in good fun back in the day, so I guess I never really thought about it as work, you know? I flubbed a few times, sure, but who doesn't? It's funny how such a simple and clear art strike has such a... Yeah, and it's the colors too. Color theory, like, they're really good in this. Our teams have taken a lot of pride with this title. It's admirable. Alright, Missy! What do you got? Missy with the cool nails. What those individual groups or institutions do with the students is beyond me. I have not heard many stories of successes or failure from anyone who's had the luxury of being accepted. In any case, don't take much stock in the title, is all I'm saying. I have to admit, though, I am rather curious of the title. I'll admit I'm rather curious about the titles. Now the subject has been brought up. That's understandable. Ultimate Tactician! Okay, so I guess we're gonna be a little scared of her, right? Tactician? Like, better tactics? No. It's more like political campaign tactics and strategies. The less interesting of the two people usually think of. I've been at the forefront of numerous political campaigns and battles, many of which I've been employed to strategize against opposing forces. Wait, really? Aren't you basically manipulating the winner outcome then? The choice is not mine, but the people's. I simply put the messaging out. framing it in the most self-beneficial way possible for each side. Oh my god, so here's what's gonna happen. Hi, Magic! Magic Puppet, welcome in. I think she's gonna get the wrong idea about who's guilty and not guilty one trial, and she's gonna charismatically and tactician ultimate powers-y make everyone, like, side with her, and we're gonna go against that. It's gonna suck. Like, in a fun, sucky way, but like, dear god, they're on her side, they won't listen to me, and I know the answers. You won't confirm or deny that? Well, I think political campaigns can be interesting. Good for you, Echo. But wouldn't Ultimate Campaign Manager be the more appropriate title? Missy knows her words, that's for sure. Oh gosh. Well, I'm not the one who came up with that title. Oh, I see. Missy seems to be a very self-assured person who doesn't seem to care much for the extravagance that Ultimate title implies. There's a book just sitting on the table. Like, we should probably look at that. Such captivating talents. I'd love to watch one of your games, Art. Aw, it's nothing. I bet horse racing is much more interesting. Indeed. Your feats of athleticism are quite impressive. Yeah, I admit it's hard to imagine. It's really not such a big deal, Echo. Honestly, the whole Ultimate Student thing feels a tad blown out of proportion. Sensing Ashley was done with the praise, I shifted the topic. Okay, well, now that we're all acquainted, why don't we look around some more? Looks like there's more to be seen upstairs. Is no one to ask me about my talents? Oh, yes. It was a pleasure talking to you, too. Don't be a stranger. We can explore together. Art's echoing voice sounded through the dining hall. Oh, man. The kitchen features are so cool. What is this? Like, no one cares I don't have a talent. They're like, whatever. Clunk. On second thought, I might keep an eye on Art for a while. I'm sure he won't mind the company. He's gonna actually stab himself? No. Alright, we'll see you around. Ash and I stepped out of the dining hall and into the foyer once more. Ota didn't stay for long. The foyer was devoid of her presence. Where to? Well, there are stairs going up, but I think we should check the entirety of this floor first. I was thinking the same. Why don't you pick where we go next? Sure. Theater. We're going to the theater. I don't have any other option. We're going to the theater. Theater. Is there a study? I don't know. There's a theater. God, it's so cool. Ashley and I walked across the hallways to our next location, the theater. The theater was something to behold. Although it was a fairly intimate scene with few rows seats and a medium-sized stage. It still had an air of elegance thanks to the decor. The rich red velvet curtains glowed underneath the gaze of a bright spotlight. The stage itself was occupied by 3 students who seemed to be having a heated discussion. Yes, the angry ones. Trying to find a new favorite. Oh, look at that! 2 of the ones I said were my favorite. You really want to stand by that theory? Hey, to each their own. I'm not knocking you for not thinking the obvious. Let's settle down, please. Absolutely not. I have no intention of changing my view for this scoundrel. Geez, scoundrel, that's cold. Especially to a stranger. You two don't need to get so heated about something like this. It's an important matter between 2 strongly opinionated people. So we agree on that matter. Should I cut in? Hi? What's going on here? The 3 turned around surprised, presumably from not being able to see me at the unlit foot of the stage. She reminds me of Kanata. Oh no! No, I mean, that sounds sweet, but like, oh no. Need you ask such a foolish question? We were discussing the dire and apparently questionable existence of this. The white-haired student crouched down, revealing a painting that was turned away from the audience. There's a framed picture of it. Look like an ink blot art. Oh, I want to see. Let me see it, please. Yeah, I recognize that. Oh no. Are we doing this again? No. No, I know it's the dog. I know it's the dog. Yep. So we have the bracelets. We have the painting. Do we have the telemorphic fields? Whatever they're called. Forgot. The brain fields? Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out what that painting is. Thank you. I always forget what the... You're trying to figure out what the painting is. Yes. What do you see? I stared at it for a moment, but looked up at the two patiently. In all seriousness, waiting for my answer. I can tell you right away. No immediate answer. I felt his judging eyes pierce my soul. It's a dog, duh. Not everything has to be a dog. It's clearly an elephant. Oh my god. I thought it was an elephant when I first played 999 too. So, just a different four-legged animal? The conversation seemed pretty heated. I might have better luck if I talked to them individually. We'll go in order. I visited the white-haired student on the stage. So about the painting, I think I do see the elephant. Ah, no need to feign understanding. I am quite self-assured that the painter's intention was to illustrate an elephant as abstract as it appears. Uh-huh. I stared at the painting a little bit longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he claims the true subject. Yeah, because I also thought like, oh, this is the trunk, and this is the head, and this is like the butt, and this is like the back legs. But I know now, dog head, and that's a dog butt. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Hey, do you have an eye for this kind of thing? Is one of the characters you favor more than the others? Nice. An opera singer? An eye for abstract art? Ah, man, my friend. I am not an ultimate artist. I'm the ultimate opera singer. Oh, like, okay, yeah, okay. He rambled on. Something a bit further before stopping himself. Right, or actually, hold on. Let me see what he says. Translate. Alas, although there is a rhetoric stating the idea that the author is dead, my interpretation is just as valid since interpreting it is an art form as well. Therefore, what I do as a performer could be an extension of that rhetoric, being as I am encompassing a written character on stage, acting and projecting the suggested emotion, while utilizing my own interpretation of the experience. Blah 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 blah. Another silver-haired character in a death game? What could go wrong? Yeah, he's fine. Ah, but where are my manners? Forte solo? That's such an opera name. Oh my gosh. I'm charmed, I'm sure. But also, I love Forte as a name. Forte was the name of this really pretty lady knight in Rune Factory 4, and I married her. He gave a deep bow as he introduced himself, slowly rose and went to look at the painting some more, indicating an end to the conversation. He shared some interesting place dramatic moments. Alright, Apron! Hi! The girl who was caught in the middle of the quarrel stepped down from the stage and left the other two to glare at each other in silence. Pandora? Oh no, I don't want her dead either. Pandora Espere, nice to meet you. Likewise, I'm Echo Pine. Echo Pine. I hope we get along. So, I was informed that this little group of students is composed of students that have ultimate talents. Do you happen to have a title of some sort? Yes. I am known as the ultimate baker. Okay, well... Oh, okay. I don't. I'm really worried for her life. Heather's dead, right? Yeah, she ain't surviving. And yourself? All about that. I don't know. I don't think I have one, if I'm being honest. Yep, and I'll stand by the second dead. She ain't surviving very long. That's no matter. It doesn't make you any more or less of a person. So, what do you think the painting is? Hot stuff indeed. I'm not really sure myself. But for something as ambiguous as that, it can be whatever the viewer wants it to be. Oh my god, no, not French. Her last name translates to Hope, so she's Pandora Hope. Oh no, so she's like a Schrodinger's cat, Hope cat in the box. Keep her away from Nagito. N'est-ce pas? I suppose so. Perhaps it isn't the subject of this piece that is most important, but rather it is the emotions it conveys to the individual. Black and white are quite striking colors to work with, are they not? There's a lot of symbolism behind those two simple colors. But I can only wonder if the artist behind the piece enjoyed creating it. I can check the translation if I look back. Oh, it translates for me? Oh my gosh, when it translates, huh? Isn't it? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Well, the art wouldn't have come to life otherwise, so I don't see why not. I agree. Pandora, she's such a warm presence. Alright. The one who I think's gonna die because I'm gonna like them too much. Let's talk. Let's talk. I approached the student wearing the fur-lined jacket. So, about the painting. I know it's a dog. You don't have to lie. I don't care what it is. In fact, I don't even know what the painting is either, so I made something up. Kokichi 2D? Oh no. A dog's an easy thing to imagine. Just a practice of that word. That word? The act of perceiving a subject or significance where there's no meaning or interpretation. For example, seeing objects in cloud formations or hearing indistinct voices in random noises. Huh. And in this case, seeing a dog in the abstract painting. Dogs are common enough animals, yeah? Who doesn't like to think about dogs? I mean, that's true. I stared at the painting a little longer. The more I looked at it, the more I willed it into being what he said it was. Even if we did make it up. Despite being told what the subject was, I couldn't make out anything within the shapes. Isn't that a little cruel? To make up something when he's so intense about it? Just wanted him to explain why he saw what he did, but he truly wouldn't. So much for friendly discussion. You feel like he's gonna go crazy in the first trial or something? Well, I mean, I feel like he's gonna die by the first trial, so, yeah. Teach their own, I suppose. Well, anyway, I'm just going around meeting everyone. I would tell you my talent if I had one. You don't have an ultimate talent, or you can't remember? Huh? He seemed to be muttering under his breath about my statement, but I paid him no mind and waited for his response. I'm Lyle Termina, the ultimate puzzle master. I don't know, but... Okay, I don't think he's gonna die in the first chapter anymore. He feels important now. A connoisseur of word puzzles, block puzzles, escape room puzzles, the like. Oh no, you're a murderer, aren't you? He's gonna make a murder escape room. Uh-oh. Now, if you don't mind. Lyle turned back to the painting, ending our conversation abruptly. Puzzles, huh? Maybe he was trying to unscramble the shapes in that painting. Ashley and I left Forte and Lyle to their spat in peace. Pandora stayed behind, trying still to settle the two down. He sounds like the final boss of a killing game, but usually important people die first in Danganronpa. Yeah. If you check his splash art, you can see references to 2 other death games you've played. Really? Okay, I'll check that. I'll check that after. Phew. Forte and Lyle are kind of intense, huh? I'll say. I never really had a sharp eye for art, so what they are talking about is beyond me. And Pandora is, brave for trying to calm them down. It takes a certain kind of person to want to intervene when things get heated, huh? Okay, I guess we'll go to the study since the theater's done. So maybe... Puzzle Guy doesn't seem like a shozo at least, from Blowback. Oh, Blowback's another one I need to add to the list for voting. Forgot about that too. The study was cramped. Encyclopedias that filled to the ceiling covered an abundance of subjects, ranging anywhere from medical to athletic. There was a small office corner provided for studying the tomes in relative ease. Another digital kiosk stood off to the side, showing a searchable list of books in the study. Like, again, they're taking such good care of us. I can check the splashers in the menu, like... Not until I meet everyone. Okay. Another digital kiosk stood off to the side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was saying, like, wait, like, we get a library, we get nice meals, like, minus some possible murder games gonna happen. This seems fun. Ashley observed the kiosk curiously as I gawked at the variety of reading materials stuffed in the shelves. Oh, wow. This equestrian encyclopedia was published only 2 years ago. I have the old version, so this could be really interesting. You would be excited about that, horse girl. What? Now that you know I'm the ultimate jockey, it all makes sense? Nah, you're still the same old horse girl I know, but with a fancy title. There were 2 other students taking residence in the library, one meekly hiding in the corner, and the other calmly leafing through the book of their choice. I love them. I love them so much. Look at their style. Hello, not Rentaro. Alright, it's like this sad little meek one who I had as what? First murderer? Tell me your ultimate serial killer. Just tell me right off the bat. Do it. I approached the meek student standing in one of the darker corners of the study. Hi. Sorry to spook you. I was just going around meeting everyone. I'm Meko Pine. Looks like Midori? Because, oh, yeah, the pose was kind of Midori, huh? I'm Echo. I was dragged out of my room by that guy over there. He's evil. Maybe he is Midori. I peered over the aforementioned person who looked to be calmly inspecting the rows of books. Fine. He didn't drag me out. I ran into him when I was wandering around. I just want to be alone in the study. She shot me a troubled glance after admitting her lie. Can you tell me about yourself? Me? I'm Seikono. I'm a watchmaker. And a watchmaker too, huh? Or was, Eden a clockmaker? Either way, a time maker. Would you then by chance be called the ultimate watchmaker? I guess you could say that. I just tinker at watches and stuff. They go for really high prices apparently, but I don't particularly care about the money. We got a puzzle maker, we got a watchmaker, these are all very mastermindy talents. Someone once offered me 3 luxury cars for a single watch. You must have some very well-admired craftsmanship. I guess so, but I can't even drive. What was I gonna do with 3 cars that I definitely could have just sold? But if we're all the mastermind? We're just in mastermind death game school. Winner gets their own death game. She climbed up and awkwardly turned back around to face the bookshelf corner. I didn't want to pry, so I just left her alone. Alright, now Rentaro Midori, what's up? The green-haired student noticed me approaching him and deftly flipped his book shut with one hand, giving me his full attention. Good morning. I immediately felt that attention to the near palpable from his focused gaze alone. Are you finding everything all right? This study is quite a pleasant atmosphere, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, It's all very well accommodated. The study, as well as the rest of the facility, are all, like, nicely prepared. Indeed. You could spend days in this well-kept study enriching your mind in regards to whatever subject your heart desires. Does that sound like an inviting prospect? A location for ultimate students should be in peak condition, right? This preservation project situation seems to be equipped for comfort. Ah, so you've been made aware of the preservation project. He hesitated, as if chewing meticulously on his next statement. Do you have an ultimate talent? If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure I even know what my talent is. Considering the situation seems to revolve around it, everyone I met so far has some kind of title. I admire your candor. Who knows? You might have some innate skills that you personally think are average. Really? You think so? I feel pretty ordinary, and I've never really been the center of mass attention for anything in particular. The skill might just require a specific habitat, so to speak. Luckily, this appears to be the ideal place and social environment for expanding upon such hidden abilities. Okay, now he sounds like a mastermind too. However, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Whatever underlying passion or talent you have is for you, and you alone. Enjoy. Okay, totally reassuring. Again, we're probably all the mastermind. I feel like I've stumbled into something out of my league with so many skilled students. If you don't mind me asking, what's your ultimate talent? Ultimate death game host. Sorry. It suits him. It suits him so well. It's hard to describe. I'm called the ultimate charisma. Cyrus Zurich, by the way. I mean, I didn't even start the game, and I was like, oh man, I can tell you some of my favorite. That's charisma. Oh, he's so dead, though. His name's a palindrome? Oh my god, you're right, it is. That's cool. Nice to meet you. Back at you with pleasure. I didn't really understand the implication of his title, but I could feel a sort of alluring presence to him. I suppose that's what charisma is. After meeting with two others in the study, Ashley and I chatted about the other students. So we met Cyrus, a watchmaker and a charismatic person, respectively. I suppose one could become talented at improving their characteristics if they wanted to. Could be similar to managing a brand, perhaps. Maybe. Regardless, they seem nice enough. Yeah, they seem sweet, if not a little shy. After wandering around the first floor, Ashley and I paused at the living quarters hallway to gather our thoughts. So, those are the available locations on this floor. I guess the rooms are interesting enough, but more importantly, I wonder just how many students there are. That other student from earlier, Ota, just counted the doors, right? Why don't we just go check it out? But who knows if there's more students on the other floors? There were stairs going up on the foyer, so we should probably check that area out as well. And speaking of Ota, I wonder what her talent is. Wait, that aside, how did I never know you had a super talent in horse racing? Huh? Well, it just never came up. I know a lot of people before you who didn't particularly care for how much time I'd spent at the stables and racetrack, so I just stopped bringing it up. Maybe you are in hell and just all masterminds? Besides, it's easier to tell people I tend to horses. So what does being an ultimate level jockey imply? Does that mean you win a lot? Come on, Echo. I don't want to bore you with superficial numbers. I'll just say my win percentage is 44%, and top 3 percentage is 84%. I don't know what those numbers mean. Welcome back. You know what's a good welcome back is a fight. Battle Royale. Anyway, I'm not just a horse girl, I have other pets as well. Yeah, like your cat, Applejack. Of course you remember Applejack. Oh, how could I not? She caught up on my school vests. Oh, ding dong bing bong. The deep ringing of the school bell rang across the halls, echoing through the building. Then, an announcement came over what seemed to be hidden overhead speakers in the ceiling. It is now 9 a.m. The second floor amenities are now open and will stay open until 7 p.m. Second floor? After the announcement, we saw Pandora filter out of one of the first floor rooms and into the halls. Oh, Ashley, Echo, would you like to visit the second floor with me? Sure, we were just wondering about it as well. By the way, did you get anything to eat from the dining hall? Huh? Oh, no. I was a little distracted by the whole Ultimate Students thing. You're in luck. I made some croissants earlier. Here, help yourself. Oh my gosh. She's trying to murder us already and the death game hasn't even started. She produced 2 items folded in cloth from her apron pocket. I accepted the small cloth, covered Delight, and unwrapped it carefully, revealing a small bite-sized croissant. A heavenly warm aroma filled the halls. Pandora would never. For the fragrance alone, I was enveloped in the comfort of feeling the sun's rays on my skin. Ashley and I took one each and bit into the flaky, buttery dough. A piece of chocolate inside melted as soon as it hit my tongue. It was smooth and rich, contrasting with the light and sweet crumb of the dough housing it. There was also all the poison, but you know, we're not worried about that too much. That's the ultimate baker for you. Very delicious. Also, oh, this is cute. You don't want him to die? Yeah, but they're gonna die. Merci. That's nothing at all. I just really enjoy baking. The look on people's faces when they smell delectably fresh bread coming out of the oven. The warm, buzzy feeling you get when you eat your favorite food. Such a feeling is priceless. You got it? Nice! Pandora was right. After enjoying the croissant, I felt an intense nostalgia for my younger days, when I would spend summers running around outside, basking by the fresh afternoon sun. That was the power of an ultimate baker's delicacies, to invoke a warmth and sense of familiarity. What a wonderful thing. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I notice you two are quite close. Have you met before? Echo's my best friend. We've known each other for 4 years now. Ah! French! Oh, I gotta go next, okay. A long friendship is something to cherish. That's very cute! Definitely. Echo's always been there for me, even if they're a little worrisome. Hey, how could you say that? I'm just looking out for you. I kid, of course. I truly appreciate your concern, but you should think about yourself sometimes too, silly. Pandora smiled sweetly as we had our little back and forth. Oh, you're gonna smell Akuma for poison? Okay, yeah, let's see. Sorry, why don't we get going? The answer is too embarrassing. Is that a yeah? We got poisoned before the death game started? Because we're a bus. No worries, shall we? Well, we're both dead. Pandora takes all of us out with croissants before the game starts. That'd be so funny. And you're like, there was a death game? What? No way. The three of us walked back down the hallway towards the foyer. where the stairs to the second floor were. You played Pixelmon today? Pokemon and Minecraft? Oh, neat. Hey Pandora, did you meet anyone else this morning? Anyone else? I can't say that I have. So far, I've only been acquainted with you two, Forte and Lyle. Oh, sorry. I thought you might run into a few others like we have. This morning, I went to the dining hall, then the theater. Unfortunately, Forte and Lyle kept me from going anywhere else with their argument. You gave someone a Master Ball because they're trying to catch... Kartana. I don't know Kartana. But it sounds like a mix between Cortana and a Katana. And that sounds funny. Well, if we did see you, then you must have woke up much earlier than us, huh? That's correct. I suppose you could say my internal clock has been tuned to my habits given my day-to-day life. An Ultra Beast? Gotcha. Pandora getting screen time is not good? Yeah! I wake up very early to make sure my dough from the night before is properly risen. Before any glazes I might need, prepare any glazes I might need and prep my workstation. Oh, but I must be boring you with my daily routine. But not really. It was really short and it's fascinating, honestly. You're sweet, Echo. Perhaps I'll invite you to help me tomorrow morning. Hope you're awake at 4:30 a.m. I will not. I will not. Pandora laughed lightly in jest as she went on her merry way up to the stairs. It's an Ultra Beast, that origami thing? Ash and I followed suit, and we were met with another digital kiosk at the top of the staircase. Ooh, okay, so we got a spa, an atrium, a climbing center, and a jazz club? Okay, change my mind. I don't want to get killed in the theater. I want to get killed in the jazz club. It's Gen 7? Okay, that explains why I don't know it too much. I mostly just know Gen 1 and Gen 2, with a few others kind of like sprinkled in. Like the keychain one. The atrium, the spa lounge, the climbing center, and the jazz club. What kind of match has a climbing center in it? Maybe the owner's an eccentric rock climber. I think the assortment of activities is presented to cater to the unique talents of various students. In fact, the kitchen pantry has a wealth of resources. I was quite surprised to find such fresh and rare ingredients. I imagine other ultimate chefs would be pleased with the selection as well. Does that mean there's a horse stable outside? Because that'll be fun. That's a good point. There was a theater on the first floor after all. Forte and the other ultimate formers probably utilize the room as a place to further hone their skills. The preservation project. It seemed like this group wanted to accommodate a myriad of intense and unique students. You have been playing Pokemon stuff since Sun and Moon? You collect cards and figures though? Neat. Where to first? I'm curious about the climbing center. This mansion must be huge if it can house something exciting like that here. I'd like to see the spa lounge. It must be a lovely, relaxing place. Well, too bad we're going to the jazz club. Echo, why don't you decide? Huh? Okay. We're going to the... No, let me go to the jazz club. Climbing center sounds cool. Let's explore the climbing center. We inspected the map for a route to the center and made our way up there in no time at all. I want to be like, hey, you like jazz? This is the coolest. Oh my god. I don't care. I want to live here. Let me live here. Like, please. This would be so fun. I'll take the murder attempts. I don't care. Someone's totally getting hung from one of those ropes in the right. No. Who would die rock climbing? Don't be silly. It's just fun party times. No one's gonna die. The climbing center was a vibrant, spacious place, and it was so cool looking. The artificial rock and arch formations that carved the walls reach upwards of what looked like 3 stories high. I'm sorry, 3 stories high? Okay, that's tall. Toward a bright, naturally lit ceiling. Off to the side was a preparation locker room full of ropes and harnesses, as well as a small vending machine full of energy drinks and water bottles. Wow, this place is huge. I can't imagine how anyone gets up there. It was 2 Mars shadows. Someone might try to kill them while they were climbing. That'd be rude. That'd be so rude. I'd be upset. I craned my neck up, inspecting the array of colorful grips that dotted the sprawling ascending surface. The hanging ropes disappeared with the disappearance of light. The world is certainly full of interesting people and talents. If there's a will, there's a way. Pandora poked out from under one of the arch formations, just as taken with incredible height as I was. That's for sure. I'm an athlete, but I can't say I excel here. I don't really have a good tolerance for heights. Oh no. Ashley, please do not fall from a height of any kind. I beg of you. If you don't mind me asking, how'd you two discover your talents anyway? Ashley pondered the question for a moment. I was raised in the countryside on a farm, so it probably came to me like second nature. As a child, going to the racetrack with my father was honestly just another errand, that is, until he let me ride the horses myself. I felt a love for the exhilarating competition at that point. You have a Stolas plushie and you put it with your Hoot Hoot plushies and made them with their dad. That is so precious. I love that. I was homeschooled by my mothers, one a teacher and one a prolific baker. They taught me everything I know about baking. I also cherish the enjoyment people felt when tasting my baked goods. Eventually, I too felt a love for the task at hand. Wow, you two are truly incredible. Echo, you're an incredible person as well. Don't let labels deter you from speaking to us as anything but your peers. We're not going to go all hoity-toity over you, of course. Huh? Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, Echo. Don't think too much about that title stuff. We're still people, you know. Don't think too much about title stuff? Such remarkable feats would be difficult to put aside. They're so humble when talking about their ultimate talents. I wondered if I could ever measure up. After wandering around the climbing center, we set off for the spa lounge. Spa lawn. We probably noticed it more in the trial, but Echo's really sure. I mean, I can already tell that I'm like waist point eye view with everybody. The spa was serene and welcoming. A shallow pool was laid in the marble floor. A mesmerizing opalescent ceiling mirrored the pool above it. Oh my gosh, I want to live here! Several simple relaxation loungers lined the walls for general leisure. Off to the side was a storeroom stocked with perfumey inventory of scented oils, bath soaks, skincare products, and a toaster. You know, for the future. For some reason. Who knows why. Just by the storeroom doorway we set a familiar kiosk. I love to spend some time here. Pandora sat in one of the lounge chairs, stretching her arms above her head before relaxing her hands on her hip. But now that I think about it, are facilities like this meant to be self-run by the residing students? Oh no, you're right. We did compare it to a Norway kid. Hey Pandora, don't go in the spa, okay? I know it looks fun, but don't do it. Pandora brought up an interesting observation. The kitchen offered fully automated meals, but they still provided the option of having the student utilize the kitchen and tools. Peeking into the storeroom, I saw a separate hallway of individual private rooms, labeled for certain services: facial, massage, aromatherapy. Hey, you might be right there. There are all these little specialized rooms with all sorts of specific equipment. If you consider my talent in arts, there might be a racetrack or a golf course outside, along with an outdoor recreation towns like angling or skiing. Okay, that's a lot. Perhaps that'd be a very exciting prospect. That would mean all the other facilities and activities have features that are tuned according to their certain talents. Yes, just from a glance, I figured the study was just a library, but I suppose there are resources there as well that are fitted for talents that require research or writing. Wow, to think. Such an extraordinary place existed to benefit the many pursuits of equally extraordinary people. So, do either of you do anything special to train for being an ultimate student? Je ne pense pas. Although, some would say I bake too much. I simply suspect my pastries have ended up in the right hands for me to be considered. And that meant... I don't think so. Cool, thank you. I don't really do anything special either. I also race quite a bit, but most of my time is spent plainly practicing. Like Pandora, there may have been a scout in the audience. I honestly couldn't say. I see. Just putting in the hours, so to speak. Perhaps we were just lucky enough to have been selected for the opportunity to meet others cut from the same cloth, right? Well, I couldn't agree more. I'm very charmed to be in such delightful company. Neither of them seemed to do anything particularly intensive to earn their title. I wonder about the others. Whether or not they were trained, or if they too were just lucky enough to be selected. Wait, are we lucky? Are we the ultimate unlucky student because of this? Jazz Club! Jazz Club! Yeah! Why is Teriko worse at battle royales than Nico? Feels wrong. I can't tell you. Wandering about to our last destination, we finally came to the Jazz Club. It was a very welcoming venue. Warm furniture and lighting gave the room an air of casual elegance. Table settings for the audience occupied the majority of the space, with a small stage in the corner for other performers. The close proximity between the two made the scene much more intimate. Sebastian won! Nice! Congrats! A small green room was behind the stage curtains, and connected to it was the equipment and instrument storage. The bar opposite to the stage and shelves upon shelves of beverages locked behind a sturdy glass case. Alcohol? Is it alcohol? It's a pretty classy atmosphere, huh? I wonder how many ultimate talents have toured this room for performances. Many, I'm sure. It's well kept among the rest of the rooms, so it'd be no surprise one would feel comfortable here. Then a thought crossed my mind. Do you think I could be some sort of ultimate jazz performer or ultimate bartender? Echo, darling, have you ever handled an instrument before or mixed beverages? No, but who knows? Maybe if I pick something up, I'll be suddenly stricken with an ultimate talent revelation and play like a pro? Cyrus said maybe it's an innate trait waiting to be discovered. It just occurred to me that perhaps these rooms aren't just for students with existing skills, but they could also be a sandbox for budding talents. Can we go to the rock climbing room then? Let's do an ultimate rock climber. I suppose there's no harm in trying. Why not? I'd like to see the moment a talent has been realized. Oh, let's play badly. Let's play so badly. Relieved that they supported my odd idea, I felt a strange confidence rising. Cheerfully, I went behind the stage and picked an instrument I thought would suit me. Ashley and Pandora both took a seat in the front row and watched with anticipation. I felt like a kid going through a toy box, with how many options there were. How about this cello? Go for it! Pandora gleefully cheered me on as I gripped the bow and placed my fingers on the strings and then across the neck. I laid a bow across the strings. This is gonna be so bad. It's gonna sound so bad. I know it. I was nervous, but if what Cyrus said was true, that my talent was waiting to be discovered, I couldn't wait to realize it. I took a deep breath and drew the bow. And then, you know, the ultimate Goose Game, Untitled Goose Game title, where it's just like, honk! Like, I feel like it's gonna be like a sad version of that. I'm sorry, did we break it? Oh no, okay. The sound I created tore through the air like a giant rubber duck was being unceremoniously stepped on. Yeah. It was awful. The ultimate untalented student. Like Hajime, just completely talentless, but a talent at being talentless. I saw Ashley and Pandora flinch from the sound, but they still put on a brave face for my sake. Ultimate no talent. I chuckled nervously and gently placed the instrument back where it originally was. I guess that's not it, huh? I wobbled off the stage and plopped down wearily at the table with Ashley and Pandora. I was beyond embarrassed. Don't despair, the mastermind said. You just haven't found it yet. Yes, Echo. Not just anyone can handle an instrument. I mean, I thought that thing was supposed to be played like a giant guitar. Despair. I'm surprised you even knew how to approach holding it. Oh. I mean, I've seen performers before, so I just imitated what I saw. Ah, that makes sense. Pandora held my hand in a firm grasp. Listen, we're going to find out what your talent is. If you have to play 100 instruments poorly, at least we'll know we're one step closer to reaching our goal. I mean, you can, like, double up on some. And just, like, say, hey, look, you're terrible at the violin. Let's take out both string instruments, then. Pandora reassured me and Ashley gave me a warm smile. Aw, thanks, you two. Come, let's keep exploring. We left the jazz club. Outside the room, we ran to an unperturbed Cyrus and Lyle in the hallway. At the foot of the entry, oh no, my boys are gonna be fighting. Never mind, my boys are chilling. Hello there. Having a fulfilling time exploring? Yeah, totally. I felt a little exasperated from the cello mishap, but I tried to play it off as best as I could. What's up with you? Don't tell me you're already tired. There's still a lot to explore. Lyle, please. It isn't a race to make ourselves familiar with all the different rooms. No, we were actually just about done over here anyway. It was just my luck that a room appeared to be soundproof. Based on their lack of adverse reaction, it seems neither Cyrus nor Lyle heard the disastrous sounds of a cello being poorly utilized. Well, that's good. Imagine the Monokuma host person of this game just broadcasted that to everybody. Like, oh, we will play Echo's cello sounds over the intercoms until you guys murder somebody. First motive. Then the sound of ringing and a voice ring through the speakers. Your attention, please. All students assemble in the second floor atrium for a special welcome ceremony. The five of us collectively made our way to the unrequested location, chatting about our discoveries along the way. Alright. Let's get this murder game started. The end of the second floor hall fed directly to a spacious area locale. Natural light poured from the high glass ceiling. The lush trees that framed the circular lobby reached toward the sky, well past the ring of decorative plants that occupied the second floor. Small shrubbery lined the base of the trees in circular fashion, following the framing of the ellipse shape of the room. A well-maintained living wall lined the first floor's foundation. A bronze globe at the very center of the atrium drew the room together. Light and warmth flooded my body, filling me with serenity. Wow! A familiar, excitable voice cut through the air, disturbing that serenity. Oh my god! Check this place out! Dang, wouldn't it be awesome if they had mini golf set up in here? How cute would that be? And I was like, hello, art. Plenty cute. Yeah, sure, whatever. Art and Missy entered the atrium from the foyer stairway's entrance. I was surprised to see Missy still hanging with Art, along with the timid Say? Okay. Trailing behind them, no less. Slowly, our populace gathered in the center of the atrium hall. Ota and Forte leisurely made their way in much later than the rest of us, but arrived regardless. I saw the students I had previously met, but afterwards no one else came. Kind of a tiny class, huh? Aw, look at all of us. There are 10 of us, including myself. So far, I guess because Ota's the only one we haven't really talked to. Don't worry, you won't die. It won't let it happen. When someone dies, this is gonna feel really personal. Because I'm only 10. Art whispered the same observation I made. It was true that our class is rather small, but are we really going to be doing any learning here? It will? Oh my gosh. I considered calling a group of students a class was only appropriate. A hologram visual was presented from the centerpiece globe. A familiar voice came in from the overhead speakers. It was the same announcer from earlier in the dining hall. This special announcement indicating the welcome of all present students. The Preservation Project Group would like to humbly welcome you all to your provided safe house. As you're all well aware, this safe house has been sequestered off from the growing concerns of disaster. You need not worry any longer those concerns here. I'm sorry, back up, disaster? I peered across the room to see expressions of affirmation. Everyone seemed to have relating concerns. I knit my brow. As ultimate students, we provided you with the best amenities and environments to most efficiently cultivate your skills and talents in utter safety. You may utilize the facilities to the fullest extent during the requisite hours. However, do not simply think of this as a safe house. This location is more than equipped for you to thoroughly indulge yourselves with exquisite experience. Please gather hope fragments. You are invited to enjoy yourselves freely. Welcome all to the apothegm. Awesome. Yeah, I don't believe it either. It's gonna be evil, Mr. Voice or Mrs. Voice. Art oddly pumped his fist in the air. Although no one else displayed such a loud presentation of excitement, the other students were vividly talking amongst themselves at the prospect of such a blessing regardless. The projection cut out as the announcement concluded. The students began to wander again, likely to try out what the climbing center and spa lounge had to offer. Everyone seemed to be breaking into their own groups while I stood still. I was excited, but a feeling of uncertainty stirred in the depths of my mind, suffocating my enthusiasm. Did I really belong here? As far as I knew, I was an ultimate student. No intense talents, no masterful skills, not even interesting experiences. I started to feel sick with anxiety. Hey, Echo. I'm going to the spa with Pandora. Do you want to join us? Ashley's voice brought me out of my thoughts. No thanks. You two go on ahead. Definitely don't get murdered while I'm not watching you. I'm actually feeling a little tired from all the running around. I'm gonna go take a nap. Ashley looked at me with silent, understanding eyes. Alright then. If you change your mind, you know where to find us. Yeah, I'd be freaking out if I was Echo. I'd be like, oh, what's going on? Like, I'm gonna go take a nap in a nice, cool bed. And order an omelet. She gave me a quick hug before pairing off with Pandora. Ash, why didn't you tell me about your talents? I muttered under my breath before sulking off. I trudged down the stairs back to the first floor. There, I saw Ota in almost the same position she was in when I first met her. Ash is kind of sus? Yeah. She didn't tell me she had an ultimate title when we introduced ourselves. Perhaps she doesn't have one either. I thought about approaching her to ask, but my throat felt dry. I didn't feel like being disappointed in the case she did have an ultimate talent. I quickly turned the corner before Ota would notice me when... Click! I heard the sound of a shutter clicking. Turning at the sound, I heard Ota developing a picture from an instant camera. Huh? When did you get a camera in your hands? What do you mean, when/how? David color scheme. I thought we were disallowed our personal possessions. I didn't have anything in my room, and when I asked Ash, she didn't have a horse in her room either. I am a photographer. I need my tools, don't I? So are you the ultimate photographer? She didn't reply. She just bowed her head once with a slight nod. Well, I mean, again, that sounds like a talent that, gets murdered. So, rip. Imagine if she had a horse in her room. Also, hi, you're like the same height as me, I feel. I'm looking directly at your face. And that picture you just took. She reluctantly handed me a developed photo. What is my pose? What is my pose there? Her picture captured the moment I had begun to turn down the hall to avoid speaking to her. I thought she didn't notice me. This is... I know what you're thinking. A horrible photo of you. 1 inch taller than us? Man, what are we, like 3'4"? Like, jeez. I know it is, but it's not a picture of you per se. Confused, I stare at the photo longer. I'm not a portrait photographer. I specialize in composition form called Rückenfigur, which translates literally to back figure in German. I don't expect you to understand. We're 5'2"? Okay. Oh, does it was like for 5'3", like I'm only 2 inches taller than her? Like, I don't feel like I'm that short. Like, what? I listlessly handed the photo back to her. That's interesting. Ota silently took the photo and stuck it in her back pocket before occupying herself with her camera once more. But I admit, I didn't make an attempt to sound enthused. In truth, I wasn't. She had an ultimate talent after all. If that was the case... Actually 6 foot, the tallest character here. That explains why we're basically just looking at her navel the entire time when talking to her. If that was the case, what was I doing here? My heart and mind are racing. Am I just an anomaly? Was this all a mistake? Did I accidentally take a spot of an actual ultimate student that was meant to take? No way. My voice croaked in desperation. This lavish mansion was meant to protect ultimate students. Those students and their wide-reaching influential skills. Those students who were dexterous masters of their craft. Those students whose charismatic aura reassured my averageness. Those students who created nostalgia-inducing delights. Those students who won races upon races with pure skill. A repulsion rose in my stomach. I felt my breath shorten, my chest tighten. Suddenly, I felt weak. Like I should go take a nap like I wanted to. Oh, wait, I missed it. I barely heard Ota. What a very pretty door. A very Art Deco door. I leapt for the front door. I need to evacuate myself from the overbearing presence of the people who accomplish near impossible feats at such a young age. I was just an insignificant bug who wandered into a lion's den. I can't compete. I don't belong here. I grasped the door handle so tightly I saw my knuckles turn white. But soon... Oh, that's pink. That's blood. I only saw black. It smells like cannon? Okay. I wearily opened my eyes. I was in bed, back in my personal room. I Groundhog Day, started the whole day over again. We died at the end. Yup, bye. Or so I thought. The door was the black end. Execute the door. Hi? Forte was reclining in a love seat in the corner of his room, combing over what looked like sheets of music. Canon, like the camera brand? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. I was in Forte's room. You're awake. He set the leaflet down before approaching me with an offering of water. I graciously accepted the cup and gathered my thoughts. My right hand was tingling. You like Forte as more than a friend? Aww. After gaining my composure, I managed to croak out a question. Forte? What happened to me? Curious. That's what I would like to know. For that, don't die. Chapter 2. Nope, I have Forte dead at Chapter 2. I'm so sorry. Huh? What do you mean? Well, after the welcome announcement, I inspected the jazz club, but was quickly uninterested in the venue. I went downstairs to retreat to my personal quarters for the afternoon, but was promptly stopped at the foot of the stairs by Cannon. She said you collapsed at the foot of the foyer's front doors. She told me to keep an eye on you and quickly left. I scoffed. How considerate of her to have someone else take care of me. But why you collapsed, she did not say. It came back to me. I wasn't behaving clearly. Yeah, I remember now. I was talking to Cannon in the foyer, but I felt a need to escape, and I was electrocuted when I grabbed the foyer door handle. That'll jinx him not to die then. Fun fact, everyone is ace. The creator confirmed that, and the Forte is arrow. Oh my gosh. So you're saying this is a game for me? Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. And I love it. And I love Forte and I love everyone. I'm so happy. Wait. I love this so much. Electrocuted. Forte was appalled. I, on the other hand, felt nothing. I took another sip of water and closed my eyes. I felt weirdly fatigued. Forte looked at me with a concerned silence for a minute. Echo, it might not be my place to say it, but you shouldn't feel a need to escape. We're all being generously treated with a safe location to relax in, away from danger. No, you don't understand. I don't have an ultimate talent like the rest of you. My head dropped in shame, regret, and humiliation. I don't have any skills or talents to offer the world. He fell silent again. Be that as it may, you still are a peer who shouldn't feel outcast from the rest of the group. You must be with us for a reason. You bet Yui's the mastermind? She's homophobic enough to make aces fight each other? Yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds like a Yui thing. And yay, Yui's almost at 100 slaps. Good. I gazed into the water cup blankly. Come. The rest of the group is in the dining hall. I believe they're just starting dinner. Forte placed a firm hand on my shoulder before offering his hand to help me out of bed. I complied quietly. Was I supposed to look at something in the menu now that I met everybody? Not yet? Okay. The dining hall was fully occupied by our small class. Hey, there you are! Art waved at me from the end of the hall as I entered the dining hall, causing everyone's heads to turn. So they're into the first chapter? Okay, gotcha. Ashley and Pandora quickly ran to my side. What happened to you? Are you okay? Folks, please, allow Echo to have the seat before bombarding any questions. The rest of the class paused their dinner as Forte helped me to an open seat by Ashley. Cannon wasn't at the table, rather. She was sitting next to the entryway. I was like, hi, Art, every time I see Art. She must have noticed me looking at her and turned away once more. Before I could confront her about what happened, Missy placed a pork cutlet meal before me. Ashley, when it's have fretting and concerns to your well-being, so I took the liberty of getting a meal ready for you when you decided to come down. Oh, it's just what I needed. How'd you know? I didn't. Perhaps I was just lucky. Missy shrugged indifferently, but I saw her mouth turn a small grin. She seemed satisfied with having pleased me. I gave her a small smile back and helped myself to a small portion to gain my energy. Our little community had dinner together. Conversation lightly touched on everyone's mutual awareness of the preservation project. It was a project in which ultimate students who signed up would be placed in protective custody to preserve their skills to benefit the future. Similar stories of talent discovery arose. Certain students grew up in an environment where all they knew was that particular skill, yet they still rose to super excel beyond the wildest expectations. You're running a whole story from Hazbin Hotel Hazbin. Oh, right. You made with the wheel and you're really proud of it? Oh, that's so cool. I of course had no place in the dialogue. I paid no specific attention to the chatter, my mind going blank, with white noise whenever the topic of ultimate talents came up. As we all finished our meals, Missy and Cyrus offered to pick up the dishes as everyone else restlessly waited to hear what had happened to me. Echo, you have no idea how worried I was. Ashley was holding my hand tightly. Ash, if you're feeling up to it, would you mind talking about what happened? I glanced over at Cannon next to the entryway. Her face was an iron mask. Well, I was feeling tired from running around the mansion exploring. So after the welcome announcement in the second floor, I decided to go back to my personal room for a nap. Going down to the foyer, I was curious about the front door. I wanted to go outside, so naturally I grabbed the door handle, but was electrocuted by it. Forte found me collapsed, and he carried me back to his room to rest. You were electrocuted by the door handle? Perhaps we should investigate. Oh, and get electrocuted ourselves? Of course not. I simply want to inspect the door handle for any suspicious mechanisms. Everything that happened with that was just so perfect you couldn't not write about it. We should also check the floor maps again to see if there are any similarly rigged exits. Oh no, the ad lagged you. What would this accomplish? It would ensure our safety so nothing like this happens again. But our safety as ultimate students in the Preservation Project safe house has already been compromised by the existence of such a trap. The group fell silent. Cyrus was right. It seemed as if we had already fallen into some kind of trap the moment we woke. So we're just gonna do nothing? Cannon's indifferent voice broke the silence. Cannon's right. We shouldn't sit idly by after our friend Echo was put in danger. We ought to investigate it, not as an insurance measure, but to get to the bottom of the trap that caused such harm. The group agreed and went their separate ways to search for clues. But before anyone could get very far, an announcement rang in. Ding dong ding bong. It is now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. in the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. It seems like we'll just have to suspend investigation until tomorrow. There's no use wandering around aimlessly in the dark. I suggest you all rest up. I realize the situation is dire, but please do your best to save your energy for tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. We shall meet here tomorrow morning for breakfast and discussion. Eesh, some first day, huh? One by one, everyone filtered out of the dining hall. Low, concerned murmurs filling the corridors. Ashley stopped me back in the dining hall as the last few left. Look, Echo. I'm sorry if you felt hurt that I didn't tell you about my talents. Huh? How did you know? I'm your best friend, aren't I? I can tell when you're distraught. It was after that special welcome announcement I noticed you were off. It must have been difficult feeling like you don't belong. Well, I admit, it's all been awfully overwhelming. I never meant to keep it from you. It's just, I feel like being involved with me could only ever cause trouble. Oh my, is she unlucky? You'd explain how the hotel game went? Do you want to remember, or do you can post it in again? Give me a recap. Not the horse racing aspect, but the ultimate student status aspect. To get tied up with such intense people could only amount to ultimate levels of trouble. Ash, you know I'm your friend through and through. I don't think being friends with Ashley Westbridge, horse girl, is any trouble at all. Ashley giggled. I love you, Echo. You really are a good friend. Of course, I love you too. I love this little, like, the collar tip chain thing. That's always looks so cool. We made our way back to the living quarters hall and said our goodnights. Before entering my room, I saw Art and Lyle lingering in the halls. Hey you two, something wrong? Nope. In fact, we're having a strategy meeting. A strategy meeting? Iron asked me if perhaps our being locked in a mansion situation is a big puzzle. Think about it. Escape rooms exist, so maybe this mansion is just one giant escape room. I admit that's not impossible. It does sound interesting. Charlie was the first protagonist, spelled like calls Carmilla, not Carmilla. No, I love Carmilla. Serpentis kills Charlie. Oh, I remember that. I remember Serpentis killing Charlie. Nitya becomes a protag, and I can see the next comment because you're out of room. Alright. So what do you think? I'm not sure yet. I have a feeling it's some sort of convoluted ARG scheme. ARG? Augmented reality game? Alternate. Not augmented. Whoops. Alternate reality game. It's a type of game that's interacted with different media experiences, whether it be online or in real life. Tasks range from decrypting audio logs on a website to doing something odd like cleaning up local cemeteries. Well, I see. Given those examples, it's plausible that defuse an electronic door could be added to that list of tasks, right? Well, they're typically employed to the public to boost attention for a product. What the product is in our scenario, I'm not certain. And if this is an ARG, there must be a puppet master, a mastermind, one would say, that's setting these things up, much like an escape room's game master. An escape room and ARG sound pretty similar in terms of involvement and puzzle solving. I suppose they're not entirely different. Wow, you figured it out already! You're so cool! Puzzles are my strong suit. I said goodnight and left Art and Lau to conclude their strategy meeting as I returned to my personal room. Fox kills Husk and Alistair. Treybomb kills Loot. Maggie officers. I'm Mastermind leaving Rosie. Valentino, unfortunately. Emily and oh my god, poor Emily. Did you protagonist and Abby the Mastermind so yeah, I love that. That's right. You're just stabbing him over and over going, hope, 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 hope. I felt the mental and physical exhaustion hit me all at once as I let myself collapse onto the bed. To think, I'd be stuck in a luxury mansion with super talented students. My life for this moment had hardly been as eventful as a single day. I lived a rather average life with as little trouble one could hope for. It was almost utopian in a sense. I never thought it boring or repetitive. It was like a mundane life caused me to be a little more worrisome than any other person, likely has the will to keep everything the same going forward. However, the strange situation threw me in a state of disarray. I was wholly out of my element. Above all, I couldn't help but feel guilty for making Ashley worry. Whatever it is I found myself in, I clearly didn't have a place. I sighed heavily. I should get proper rest. The room was mysteriously fixed with a few sets of my clothing in the closet of the personal bathroom. I let my body relax under the repetitive rhythm of the warm shower. Crawling under the weighty covers, I turned on the lights and let my eyes slowly drift close. Tomorrow, what were we going to discover? That's a pretty moon. I'm scared, but it's pretty. Prologue! Oh, I love this photo. The CG's so good. Ominous moon. Ring, 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 ring. I opened my eyes at the sound of the alarm. In my personal room, I sat up from the bed and took in the surroundings. So, the events of yesterday weren't part of some kind of strange dream. My personal room, that I initially thought was luxurious and comfortable, now felt oppressive. It wasn't mine. It couldn't be, since this mansion we found ourselves in was for ultimate students. I was reminded of my mediocrity and let my head fall back on the pillow. Oh, I don't want to see everyone. I grumbled and drew the covers over my head, uselessly trying to will away the shame of yesterday. Dot, 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 dot. I heard Ashley's muffled voice to the door. Good morning, Echo. Come in and check on you. Relatable Echo. I know, right? Just give me a minute. I'll be out. And now? Not now. I want to see those. I want to see the splash art. What's up? Sona, you're so despairful. It got worse. Oh no. After getting properly dressed, I met Ashley outside my door in the living quarters hallway. Good morning, Ash. We walked casually down to the foyer. You sleep alright last night? Yeah, I slept alright considering. I hope you're not feeling too down about the whole situation still. I mean, I'm coming to terms with it, but I'm feeling a little better after getting rest. And besides, everyone here's been really nice. That's good to hear. You've always been good at bouncing back. In the foyer, we were met with 2 other students loitering in the dining hall. Oh, sorry. I'm not a morning person. Neither am I, but I'm really curious about the door. The door seems scary. Oh, good morning, Sai, Lyle. Good morning. Let's investigate to the best of our ability, yeah? Oh. You seem better, Echo. Well, nothing a good night's rest couldn't take care of. True that. Yeah, morning. It's weird. I'd be having dinner right about now, but I'm waking up instead. Huh? What do you mean? One of my watches is set to my hometown. It says it's 6:43 p.m. Sunday, 6th of December. 6:43 p.m.? It's a whole 12-hour difference from now. Oh, the date checks out. I was just thinking that winter solstice will be coming up in about 2 weeks or so. Assuming we're somewhere westward of Say's date, today would be Saturday. I guess since we're all from different places, the time for certain people would be a little different. Well, even so, all our alarms are set to the same current time, so we'd eventually end up on a uniform schedule, yeah? Did I say 6? Oh my god, I could have said 6 on accident. It's at 7:43. Oh no, 6th of December. Wait, I don't know which 7 or 6 that I may have mixed up. But 7:43, 6th of December, and Say's home. Yes, yeah. Like recovering from jet lag. A bit unfortunate for those with larger time differences, though. Winter is too cold, but the New Year is fun. In the dining hall, the familiar warm aroma of fresh bread wafted through the room. My senses swathed in comfort. Aww. I'm sorry for accusing you of murder every time you bring out food. I'm gonna keep doing it, but I'm sorry. Pandora placed a basket filled to the brim with freshly baked delicacies in the center of the dining table. More poison! Yummy! Good morning, you two. You've been working hard, huh? Of course. I had to get an early start if I want to indulge you all with some treats to begin the morning. I felt the sweet, savory fragrances seep into my body. The warmth of a sun-kissed, dewdrop-covered morning. The smell alone was sublime. Such a lovely setting. Yeah, it would almost be a shame to eat it. Almost. We wouldn't be doing Pandora justice if we didn't enjoy it. People who cook have such power in the killing games. They could poison something and nobody would know. I know, right? If the ice in your drink isn't floating, it's poisoned? I mean, you should also, like, poke at it. Like, poke at it a few times, right? Like, I've had ice that just sits at the bottom until, like, I stab it and then it goes whoop and goes right back up because it got stuck. You're too kind. Help yourself. But that is a neat fact, though. That's a good fun fact. You're like, oh man, did you know you could be poisoned? Yeah, you do that first, yeah. It's alright, we'll wait for the others. I sat at the dining table with Ashley and waited patiently for the rest of the class to arrive. The rest of the class filtered in and we began to help ourselves to Pandora's treats, as well as beverages provided by the automated menu. After we all settled in, Missy stood at the head of the dining table to begin the discussion. Good morning, all. I trust you all had a good night's rest. Our topic this morning will consist primarily of the problematic nature of the foyer's front doors. We will also be investigating... We're gonna cancel the doors. Like, doors, you're canceled. We will also be investigating the rest of the mansion for any other exits that might have a similar mechanism keeping us from going outside. Missy's so pretty. She is. She is so pretty. And I love her jacket and her nails and her coolness. Cancel the doors. You like 1980s Boundary Simulator? Again, like, I've only seen, like, Cub Scouts play, like, a couple episodes, and I was like, okay. that's all I've seen of it. You may split your groups or investigate as individuals, but if you find anything at all, please utilize the digital kiosk found in the room you're in to relay a message. Huh? You can relay a message? The digital kiosk can do that? It's a cool game? Oh, neat. Yes. I discovered it with Cyrus before we retired to our rooms last night. Cancel the doors like you did for FNAF 2. As it turns out, the digital screens are not just for displaying maps or the specified function it provides in its resident home. It functions as a remote messaging system between all the digital kiosks in the mansion. For example, it can be used to communicate between the first floor to the second floor, and we can assume further floors as we gain access to them. It is a rather rudimentary feature, though. One would scan their bracelet on the screens across the mansion to unlock the feature and type on the on-screen keyboard. You cannot send specific recipients, however. Once you complete and send the message, it will show up on the screen for about 2 minutes before deleting itself. This sounds like case information, absolutely. For the most part, the messaging system is used to translate the voice announcements to text for those who are hard of hearing. Oh, I'm glad this Monokuma is an ableist. Like, that's nice. Like, what a considerate Monokuma. This mansion is truly is all encompassing in its endeavors to accommodate all. The creator for Friday Night Funkin' is a bad and terrible person too. Oh my god, why can't... Is it so hard for people to just not be terrible people? Like, jeez. And that is precisely why you must investigate the reason the mansion itself would cause its residents harm. The group unanimously agreed. The meeting concluded as we finished breakfast. Everyone decided to split up and search one room themselves. While I was still deciding where to go, Lyle approached me. Hey, Echo. Do you mind coming with me to investigate the doors for a moment? Me? Do you want me to touch it again? Because you're the one who experienced the shock firsthand, I was wondering if we could go back and retrace your steps to find clues along the way. I guess. There's not a lot to retrace, but I guess. Oh, nonsense. There's no harm in a second look with a fresh pair of eyes, yeah? You might see something different around this time. Well, I was gonna push my hand into the door to get me electrocuted again. I just know it. In the foyer, Missy was already doing her own investigating, intensely staring at the walls. So, what are we doing? So, what exactly were you doing yesterday? I thought very carefully about what I was about to say here. I didn't want to tell anyone I had been worrying about not having a talent, which led to my reaching for the door handle in the first place. I thought I'd be outcast. The others knew I wanted to run away. Alright, well, after the welcome announcement, I was feeling a little tired from running around earlier that day. So I went back downstairs to my personal room. Huh? Like I said at dinner last night, in passing, I was curious about the door and wanted to go outside. Is that so absurd a reason to want to reach for the door? Wow, no need to get defensive. I was just wondering if you saw anything suspicious along the way. Like, paper education fundamentals? Suspicious. Canon immediately came to mind. Forte said she just left me collapsed for him to take care of. Why did she flee after I collapsed? Well, I can't really think of anything at the moment. Aww. I guess I'll have to dig deeper into the scene of the crime. Thanks, Echo. I'll investigate on my own from here. I don't know if I helped all that much, but I guess you're welcome. Lyle went over to the door and inspected the surroundings, carefully tracing the paneling for any hidden mechanisms. In the meanwhile, I was curious. I wonder if Forte could help me figure out what went on with Canon's disappearing act. Oh, Zephy murdered you? Oh no. Forte was, unsurprisingly, in the theater, inspecting the backstage area. Hello, Echo. Doing well, I hope. Chihiro versus Mondo? Oh no, oh no! I was a little worried about the electrocuting door at first, but fine nonetheless. Excellent. I wish you to keep your spirits high despite the scare. Should you need any assistance, I shall offer my services. Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask you about yesterday. You're glad you're last. I thought you might want to know more. However, the truth is as what I told you yesterday is all the information I have. I see. I admit, I didn't expect much more than what he told me. The story seems straightforward enough, especially considering the emergency. Maybe you could tell me if you noticed anything odd? Baldi's basics in education? Forte paused. I suppose there was a trifling fact that Canon fled up to the second floor of my own... I suppose there was a trifling fact that Canon fled up to the second floor right away. It's strange. Had I been so startled by an event, I might have retreated back to my quarters on the first floor instead. Upstairs, huh? Other than Canon fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think of anything to note. I suppose the whole ordeal was quite frightening. I'm sorry, Echo. I know it's a dire situation, but honestly, I'm not particularly equipped for this sort of thing. The mental hoops and note-taking required of an investigation are much too overwhelming. That's okay, I appreciate the thought. And actually, any little tidbit helps. Does it now? Bravo for figuring something out. I made my way through the foyer, past an intensively focused Lyle and Misty, and up the stairs to the second floor. At the top of the stairs, I saw a digital kiosk light up, displaying a message on the screen. Hi, Climbing Center. Oh no, that was Art. That was Art. I remember his last name. Well, it's certainly working. I paid no further attention to the message and continued on. Where could she be? I tore down past the jazz club, climbing center, and spa. However, my search came short. Upon entering the atrium, I saw her sitting by her lonesome in the center. Canon. But before I could confront her again, a ringing sound played and an announcement followed. It is now 9 a.m. of the second day. Please make your way to the second floor atrium for a special announcement. Murder? He's actually gonna die. What now? The few students that were already on the second floor made their way over quickly. Ashley, Art, and Cyrus. Hey, did y'all see my message? Yes. Hello, right back at you. Oh, cool, it works. Well, at least we discovered something from Art's larking about. The rest of the students from downstairs arrived shortly after. Lyle, Missy, Forte, Say, and Pandora. And I'm like, killing game time? Killing game. Killing game. Now, what could this be? Maybe some kind of third floor opened up. That might prove helpful. I haven't found much on my end. Whatever it is, can't they just use the message system thing instead of making us walk all the way up here? With all the students gathered at the atrium once again, the bronze globe projected an emblem. But this emblem was different. And the voice that announced the following was different. Oh, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you've been enjoying your special vacation from it all. Oh, never mind. Not the voice at all. This voice is a high-energy radio host or sports announcer. Okay, let's do this. This is an extra special announcement for the students with us today. You've been cordially invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-inducing game. A game? That's right, a game, my friend, and not just any game. This is Beyond Universal, glamorously popular game that many students like yourselves get the privilege to play. Why, yes, it is the Mutual Killing Game. Mutual Killing Game? Alistair? And Airways is hosting a killing game with Aces. I know. Ah, yes, the Mutual Killing Game, a game of hope and despair. A game of allies and betrayal. A game of cause and consequence. It's all so thrilling. Yes, indeed. You're all gathered here today by your own volition to participate in the festivities. To sign up for the Preservation Project is to sign yourselves to the exclusive game of life and death itself. Upon hearing the detail, I saw the other students' faces go pale with shock. We all thought they were gathered in a place of safety. That idea was apparently a farce. What the hell's happening? My cry was futile. The announcement was completely automated and the horrible things it was saying didn't stop. This delightful game will take place over 7 days in the very halls we explored just a day ago. If you'd like to leave earlier, then follow this one very simple rule. Kill a fellow student without getting caught. Trying to leave by any other means will result in consequences that some of you may have learned from firsthand. From a little jolt of discovery. Ha ha! A jolt, get it? Echo? Although I can't see why you'd want to leave anyway. Inside you have all sorts of lovely accommodating amenities. Live a luxurious life within these wonderful walls. That is, if you can survive. If you kill without getting caught, the ultimate prize, an amazing prize befitting an ultimate student, awaits the victor. I know. It's a lot of information to take in at once. We will allow you to absorb this information for the remainder of the day, so relax in the spa lounge, go climbing. But tomorrow, the real fun will begin. And there, yeah. Oh, Monica finally answered you. You said, beat it out of him. Well, now you just know that Yui would just be crying, screaming, and throwing up if she was brought into this game by accident. The announcement ended on one final disgusting note before cutting out. The class was in absolute shock. No way, it can't be. Oh, wait, what? Huh? What is this? You can keep slapping her corpse. Hey, 100 slaps on Yui. Congrats, everyone. You know the one scene from Cabin in the Woods with the little kids where they put the spirit in the frog? The evil has been defeated. A sick, twisted joke is what it is. Everyone was murmuring amongst themselves. There isn't anyone who would take that dreadful announcement seriously, is there? I mean, it just sounds like you had to wait 7 days, right? Pandora voices a question in the back of everyone's mind. How could one? It's merely an awful jest. There's no way any one of us would commit an act against friends. Who said we're friends? Ah, who knows? Maybe one of you is the puppet master running the shtick. This is turning out to be more interesting than the defuse the electrocuting door puzzle. This ARG is fun. Lyle, what on earth are you talking about? You think this is a game? What else could I be talking about? I'm the ultimate puzzle master. Being a participant here is simply a test of my skill. I'll figure this puzzle out yet, don't worry. Hey! It's a image. The rest of us are paralyzed in the atrium. The immense gravity of the situation was oppressive. Yeah, I'm like, wait, who's in the corners? Right? They ain't got survival chances. No one said a word. Eyes were anxiously darting around the room to see who took the announcement seriously and who didn't. To think, just this morning we were having a communal breakfast. The atmosphere was unbearably heavy. I stood there in a cold sweat. I was dumbfounded. It was a killing game, specifically targeting ultimate students. And me. It was selfish to think of during this moment where all our lives were potentially in danger, but I really didn't belong here. Am I going up to the first bit? I was gonna say to the end of the prologue, but the end of the prologue just happened, so I guess chapter 1. So yeah, maybe first victim. That sounds like a good stop. Hey, we get an opening scene. Nice. Your throat's killing you? Okay, yeah, no problem. Echo. Oh, this is cool. I love this. Zero. Hi, Zero. We haven't met you yet. Missy. Art. Sai. Cyrus. This is pretty looking. I love this. Welcome back again. Oh, I love that of Ashley. That was cool looking. Canon. Oh my god, her camera's a Canon too. Pandora. Lyle. Isn't weaker. I should have never involved you all. It sounds that simple. I'm not gonna die in a film. What never. Oh my god, this is so cool. I know, another Zero in a killing game. You may now view the student roster in the main menu. Roster! Look at the little sprites! Okay, we have Arturo. Birthday's coming up soon. We can wish him happy birthday on the 2nd. He likes frogs and sci-fi movies. Cool, cool. Just like swimming and road trips. You know what? I also just like swimming and road trips, so cool. Went to AA Academy, Povardia. Okay. I like his little signature. Cute. Oh wait, no, favorite flower. Wait, is that favorite? This is her favorite flower? Okay. Alright, August 5th. Likes vintage phones and tropical birds. Just likes cheese and playing darts? Wait. No. Does that mean she will make me like a cheesy focaccia? I can't get cheese stick bread. Wait, what happens? Why does that when I... Why does that pop up when I hover over her? Does that happen? Wait, hold on. Does that happen with them? Are these just ones close to? Okay, got it. That's such a cool feature. I like that. Not us, apparently. Homeschooled, like Stacey's. I'm sorry, is that a signature? Sorry, what is this? What is this? Oh, okay, because it's in Japanese. Okay, never mind. Those are my favorite characters. She just likes Pandora. Alright, June 12th, likes umbrellas and cats. Just likes being Russian lemonade. Soul Heart Industries Academy. Purple Hyacinth. Okay, cool. Cannon! Alright, October 4th. Likes jazz. She does like jazz. Botanical Gardens, hates humid weather and dust. Previously Black Mist Girls Institute. That's cool sounding. Marigold. Doesn't like anyone. Doesn't like anyone at all. Us? Question mark. February 15th. Likes herbal tea and wooden trinkets. Dislikes mud and wild berries. Calm Mind Institute. Gladiolus? I don't know what flower that is. Ken doesn't like anyone. Yeah. Okay, we like Ashley. We like... Hey! We technically like Lyle. That's good to know. That, you know... that me being friends with Lyle won't be too weird. Alright, Forte! February 2nd, crocuses and skiing. Dislikes castles and parties. Dislikes castles? Castles? I feel so random, but I guess if you live in, Europe, you feel like, ugh, another castle just in the way. Relic Song High School. Calla Lilies. I like Forte's signature. Looks like music. Likes Missy, likes art, likes canon. Alright, Cyrus. March 27th, likes laundry and journaling, dislikes candy and seashells. White Marsh High School. Likes snapdragons. Nice. Hey! Finally we're on this thing. Wait, does that mean the other people didn't like us a lot? Oh, that hurts. But also, he only likes us? That's sus, yeah? Hey, the 999 bracelet. I was like, wait a second. Alright, hold on. Let's see what else we have here. That sword tattoo. Is that something too? I feel like that's something. I just can't think of whatever it is right now. And oh my god, that is the Your Turn to Die collar. Oh, sorry, I was focusing on the sword. I'm like, what tattoo is this? Or what sword is that from? Nice. Wait, oh, well, oh my god. You explain to me, child. What is all these things here? I need to know. Is that a portal thing back there? Is it a portal? It doesn't look like Wheatley or anything, I think. Well, anyway, September 9th. Scented candles and ganache. Hates sports and hates Dalmatians. Okay, Cruella, what the heck? Signal Prep High School Asphodylus. That's not Portal? Okay. It's from a game I haven't played yet? Gotcha. Alright, Missy! Alright, likes magic tricks and honeybees. November 3rd. Happy birthday, Missy! 3 days ago. Congrats. Likes geraniums from Bellum Academy. And who do you like? Again, not us. That kind of hurts a bit, actually. Well, I mean, Ash has to like us, right? Also, she's like the coolest little splash thing here. I love this. Alright, she likes taking walks, fountain pens, birthday August, dislikes overthinking and plastic. Previously Terminus International High School, likes white carnations. Okay, good. Okay, so we're on 2 people's they like us list. That feels good. Thanks. Undeterred by the horrifying announcement, Lyle left the atrium in an almost giddy manner. A smirk painted his face in stark contrast to our own astonished expressions. Also, I probably should save the game in case anything happens right now. I just realized, what if this game crashed at any point? That would have been bad for me. So we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 5 days, huh? Are you gonna go? Alright, bye! And you won't be here next week? Okay, that's fine, no problem. Get better soon, okay? Well, it's 7 days anyway. Shouldn't be too hard not to kill anyone during that time, right? We've made it this far. Take care of Art, make sure he doesn't die. I'll do my best. Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule. Kill a fellow student without getting caught. What kind of awful rule was that? Oh my god, what if Art does a murder though? Because he can golf. What if he just like, you know, he's very good at aiming. You hit a ball from like a completely different room, have it like smash someone in the temple or head and they die. And we're like, oh, how did that happen? He goes, I don't know. I have an alibi. I was in a different room completely. I don't know. Please don't joke about the matter. Don't lose your head so hastily. I know the announcement rules didn't outright state that we necessarily needed to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle's onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, the risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such a drastic action. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. Yeah, I would just live in my room for a week. That doesn't sound too hard. There's no use for us all to be glaring at each other in silence. We ought to continue the mansion investigation. Missy shook off the terrible feeling and went on her way to search once more. Investigate? How could she ask such a thing after something so scary just happened? Being able to stay composed at a time like this, Missy isn't easily shaken. Which is nothing to say about Lyle, who was excited. With nothing left to do, we departed from the atrium. But the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room behind. The awful cackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into their own disoriented thoughts. With the foyer doors barring any chance of exit, all we could do was wait. All we could do was wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. This so-called game with an odd emphasis on ultimate students. What horrible thing could possibly be in store for us? I felt like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture, the decorated students and their achievements. What had I gotten myself into? I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hallways. Echo, are you okay? I don't know. Some announcement, huh? Yeah. I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents. Right. But honestly, I'm just really worried about you. Me? Well, yeah. That whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it. Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. I've fallen off my horse many times, and I can count, but I just get back up and back on the saddle. I can't help it. It might be a fluke or some kind of cruel joke, but what if it's not? Sorry. I know there's no use making myself sick with worry. Don't fret about that. It makes sense a strange situation would make anyone nervous, but... Look, I'm not going anywhere. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little warrior is any trouble at all. Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but... Despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrusted upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. CM, hi! Had a work late tonight? I understand that. Well, welcome in. Yeah, so Monodams have Pokeballs with Pokemon in them now. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear the killing game wasn't real at all. Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling overwhelmed. Oh, of course, I understand. In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little more. I'll always be around if you need anything. Take care, Echo. Ashley departed for the study, and I went back to my personal room. It was all too much. I threw myself on the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter as I sank into my thoughts. I went over the events of this supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room with nothing in my possession, and in a panic, threw the door open to find my best friend Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey. What's a fairy, right? That's right. She's the ultimate jockey. I like that I'm getting a refresher course. That's fun for me. I'm like, good. So I can remember everything. Especially if I play again next week. She's the ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of her races, whatever that meant. Regardless, she neglected to tell me of such a thing during our friendship. A person who thingamabobs ferry boats? Or trains? Oh, okay. Oh, a farrier. Okay, that makes... Got it. Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered to be a mansion. After meeting I'm sorry, I was thinking of, like, a student being accused. Oh, the ultimate farrier. And he's like the kid, like, in a striped shirt and, like, the beret and a little red scarf, like, on a boat, just, like, in their splash image. It just sounds silly and cute. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of the 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. Someone who trims horseshoes. Oh, okay. There is someone who doesn't have one. Who doesn't have one? I don't know, me? That's right. Within our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I also want to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing. But in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to an ultimate talent. A horse-focused blacksmith. Oh, that's very specific. I kind of like that. I was in a state of disarray. After being overwhelmed by an immense talent everyone encompassed, I felt an urge to escape. I ran to the foyer's main doors and I was shown out. I was like, you can leave this death game. Get out of here. And I was electrocuted. That's right. Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock was sent through me, causing me to pass out. I lost consciousness and woke up sometime later in Forte's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of a trap. In the middle of the search, we were summoned to the second floor atrium. There, we heard some horrific news. Horrible news. What? I like that you come in, CM, and the game's like, how about a recap of everything Dex just went through? I was like, okay. That's right. The strange announcement informed us that we were trapped here for 7 days, and the means to escape was to kill someone. The game likes you. Yeah, apparently so. Not to mention that the real fun would begin tomorrow. It was all so strange, almost unreal. No, I just wished it were unreal. I just wanted to go back home. I wanted to go back to the comfort of complacency and knowing my place. This game is latecomer friendly. Nice. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts. You remember this game pretty well? Chapter 1, French words. Oh no, it's the baker. I should have known it was the baker. I put the baker in chapter 2. Hold on. Let me pull up the guessing things. This is my guess is that I had, and I feel I'm really, really wrong on it. I feel so I had Lyle being killed by Sai. I don't think that's possible. I really don't think that's possible at all anymore. I had Pandora being killed by Forte, and I really don't also see that. Especially since now the first chapter's French, so I'm like, oh, you're probably somewhere in chapter 1 now. Chapter 3, I had Art killing Cyrus. Which, again, this just feels really bad. I had us, Missy, and I didn't know best friend, but apparently best friend I got, and had them as living, and I had Cannon as the mastermind. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe this one won't be as bad as Despair Time, because these 3 can't die right now, I'm assuming. Can't be best friend or me, and I feel like Missy is has to make it to a trial. So I feel this can't be as bad as my Despair Time guesses. Alright, let me pull back up. I opened my eyes. The clock on my bedside table read 12. Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Why can't this weird situation just be a dream already? I stared blankly around my personal room. I guess I could take a walk to get my mind off of things. Oh, do I get to walk, or we're just walking visual novel style? Okay, visual novel style. I made my way to the foyer and sighed again. The grandiose foyer was empty, making me feel smaller against its elaborate decor. I dawdled around for a spell, thinking of what to do, when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall. Hey, have a look at this! It was Pandora and Sai. I don't know. I paused the doorway. It seemed like they were in the middle of something. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is just immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I was wondering if you'd like it. Huh? Why me? Are you wanting something in return? Oh, nothing of the sort. I was thinking as a watchmaker, you must have a rich eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. Oh, I don't know. If it's a gift from your sister, wouldn't you want to keep it? I'm afraid I can't quite put it to good enough use. I cherish it, but if someone else can appreciate it more than I, who am I to keep it away from her? Okay, she really is feeling like a murderer. Oh. You know the name is Pandora, Pan being bread. Oh my gosh, you're right, it is. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, everyone has such punny names. This is great. Also, ship. Here I think it's a murder attempt. And you're like, oh no. It's a kiss me event. I'll try to take care of it. Thank you. Even after a pressing situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person some way or another. I left them alone. I stepped back to the center of the foyer. I wonder how everyone else is doing. Aww. Oh, I can't. I can choose. Okay, nice. Well, let's go talk to Missy. I'll talk to Missy. That was cute. I like that. I can't sit still knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in an investigation? I helped Missy search every corner of the foyer to no avail. My favorites? I like Cyrus, I like Lyle, and Art's growing on me really quick. Art's adorable. But I'm trying to get attached because I feel Art's gonna die. Missy seems cool. I think those three are my current favorite. As an asexual pan, you approve? Nice. Yeah, the fact that everyone's ace in this game too, and I'm like, I love it. I love this game so much. I helped Missy search every corner of the foyer to no avail. I'm worried about Ashley. Like, Ashley seems nice, but I'm like, I'm worried she's gonna betray me or something. That was kind of a heavy sigh. You okay? I'm not immune to the pressure of the situation we found ourselves in, and I must confess something. If you would allow me to think aloud for a moment. I intended to join the preservation project as part of their operating group once I heard about it. I thought my skills would prove useful. Arturo's ace pan too? Nice! Really? Why are you talking about it now? Oh yeah, the fourth favorite is Forte. I'm convinced the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the Preservation Project Safe House is a large building with many wings for each group of Ultimate students. The groups are divided by the window of time students sign up. In our case, we all sign up with a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual groups are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all the unique skills in their pool. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end products are usually very unique. Interesting. Certainly. It would have been an amusing and challenging experience to participate as well, but alas. Other ultimates, huh? I let Missy continue investigating in peace. Let's talk to Forte. Forte's probably in the theater. Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was just admiring the section of props backstage. Would you like to try some? I awkwardly tried on some hats and masks with Forte. Aww, fun. This killing game. It can't be our reality, can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud. It's okay, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, the preservation project. What am I saying? They can't be related. Surely the group has been infiltrated and is pulling a horrible prank. Though I can't say I enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor. What is the preservation project anyway? It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from extreme natural disasters. I had a reputation for taking in small groups of students at a time, since the news of it was passed along solely from word of mouth. Once enough students signed up, a number of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message got to the 10 of us. Word of mouth? Yes. A lot of ultimate students often flock together in small communities within their area, since they're often outcast by the average people. I personally heard it when they acquired the ultimate radio host. Well, that sounds like our capture, Zero. Helped spread the message to my community. I can recall with clarity his voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike that strange announcer. Despite that, it was a modest arrangement overall. There seemed to be a constrained effort not to spread the word far and wide. Which is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. Wouldn't you think the group would extend this offer to more ultimates? I guess it does feel a little deliberate. Listen to me. Jawing away. Don't mind my pedantic thoughts. Just trying to make sense of this all. Forte quieted down as he continued to inspect the costumes backstage. Ultimate communities? Sounds like Alistair, yeah. I thanked Forte for spending time with me and left the theater. You're so polite. I'm gonna do Ashley last. Oh wait, can I go upstairs? I can. Location unknown. I was like, I still talk to him or I can't find him? Well, let's talk to Cyrus. I'll look for Cyrus. Super untrusting of Ash. Hello, Echo. If you come to relax a bit in the spa, feel free to join me. I settled into Cyrus for relaxing moments. Cyrus, what do you know about the preservation project? You like Cyrus? I'm like Cyrus. I like his style. He looks cool. He's a cool talent. Please don't die. Oh, just about as much as any other student who signed up. It's a group that protects ultimate students from extreme natural disasters. To preserve humanity's future, you presume that that's our goal, as the name implies. Huh? That's as much as I know. That's as much as I know, too. He gives counterfeit Rentaro, but still. I know, that makes this avatar, when I make it, like, really easy. Just alter Rentaro's a bit. It'd be unfortunate to lose people who would benefit the world, right? I guess that makes sense. What do you think of all this? What do you think of all this? And a bit like Hiyori? I think earlier he got compared to Midori. The scenario we found ourselves in, it feels the very opposite of saving ultimate students. It's terrible building excitement and hopes of safety. It's terrible building excitement and hopes of safety only to crush those feelings in a messed up game. I couldn't wrap my head around the idea. A more than reasonable observation. It's cruel, isn't it? Either way, he's a cutie. Yeah. I was like, absolutely replacing some characters in the card game Danganronpa shop. He's gonna replace a few of them, one of them. Cause I need him. I need to have a card of him in that game. But most of all, I was so confused as to why and how I found myself here. In that case, what do you think of the others? Huh? What about them? Well, our associates all found their way here. For some reason or another, isn't that right? No one would want to join a killing game voluntarily. That much is obvious. But say that the former were true, that they joined to become part of humanity's future. Pandora seems keen on the idea that our talents can induce worldly benefit and change. Do you think such a thing could happen? I suppose so. Why not? Cyrus chuckled faintly. What? Like this face. Look at this cute little judgy face. Like, yeah. How optimistic. Yeah, I guess it might be a lot of hope in the scenario we're in. No, it's good. It's good of you to maintain the spirit that anything is possible. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reclining back on the spa chair in silence. After a beat, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa. Art! I wonder if Art's okay. Echo! Want to see how high I can climb? Safety first, though, of course. Yeah, I do. Do it! I watched Art struggle with the ropes and harnesses before giving up on the idea of climbing off together, of course. A little cutie. Oh, so weird. What's on your mind? Well, this game thing. The announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise, you know what I'm saying? A huge mansion or whatever, just for the 10 of us to play a killing game? Seems, I don't know, expensive? What do you mean? This place is huge. I would have thought more people would be involved by the looks of it. Not that I want a lot of people to play a killing game. You say a lot of people, but are ultimate students really so common? Yeah and no. I'm familiar with Ashley's name only because I pay attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. I think you just have to be in the right circles. And to put it in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of ultimate students in this moment since we're all gathered up. Oh, that's true. Well, at least you don't have to worry too much about this whole ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes. Art felt unusually silent for a spell. Well, anyway, it doesn't look like I can figure out this climbing business. Catch you later. Art gave me a quick nod as he zipped out of the climbing center. You check if Campo Piano means what you think it means? Okay, yeah. I wonder what Lyle's up to in this unknown location. I wandered the first and second hallways in search of Lyle, but failed to find him. I guess he's off solving the killing game puzzle. Better let him get to it. Cannon! Let's see if Cannon's in any mood to talk. You thought it was small field, but it's flat field? Which is close enough considering things you never say to talk. Yeah. And you know what flat field because it's golf. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I looked up and down the halls but couldn't find Cannon anywhere. I guess she's in her personal room. I made my way over to her listed personal room in the living quarters and knocked lightly. Cannon! There's no response on the other end. Wait, it's a Parks and Rec reference? Campo Piano? Why don't I remember this? Wait. I love Parks and Rec. What part? Alright, I guess I'll talk to Ashley now. I avoided everyone but her. I wonder what Ashley's doing. You never finished the second season of it? Oh. It's also one of the shows like, hey, it ended well. That's always great. Hey, Echo. I think it's only like 3 episodes, I'm like, ugh, I don't like these episodes, I skip them. Because I don't hate season 1 as a lot of people do. It's like, I know a lot of people hate season 1. Oh my god, it was fine. Hey, Echo. I was just reading about this painter named Marcel Osterzon. Apparently, people think very highly of their work. Do you want to see? You know what? True. No, not Chris Pine. It was Chris Pratt. Yeah. Yeah. God. Again, like, why did we wear... Like, he was so great, like, before. He's the boss of the Pawnee, at the Pawnee Golf Course. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I love that. I learned about the Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley. So, how are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little. Glad to hear it. The last thing I would want is for you to get all worked up. Ash, I'm curious. How'd you hear about the preservation project? I heard about it from word of mouth. I have some Ultimate Talent colleagues that were talking about the preservation project, so I signed up for it along with my friend, the Ultimate Race Car Driver. Wow, a jockey and a race car driver? That's a pretty high-stakes tag team. Echoes the secret fine striplet. Well, you know how it goes, birds of a feather flock together. But I can't help but wonder whether or not he made it in. Well, I'm sure he did. It's probably just in a different group. Maybe. It's just, last I spoke with him, we got in a huge fight. Ashley didn't seem to want to talk about it anymore. I'm sorry if I brought something painful. No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose. We had our fair share of spats, but we usually worked through them. I remember when I dropped. You remember when I dropped your mug? Oh, rather, sorry. I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that kitsugi fashion. I know what that is. That's the putting gold or like pretty things in the cracks to make it and making it whole again style of repairing things. Although it's a little too awkward to drink out of. Well, I know it's your favorite, so I did my best. You gotta go, it's 10 to 11. Okay, yeah, see you. Thanks for always being in here, Sebastian, even though I know I feel bad I can't translate half the time. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're trying to say. Don't worry about my silly fight, I'll get over it. I said goodbye and let her have some alone time. I think that's everyone. I leaned a bit more into this preservation project and how the others found their way to this place. You know that method from BoJack. Despite that, I was still left wondering my purpose here. After spending some time with my fellow classmates, I habitually wandered back to my personal room. But upon entering, I realized I didn't have any personal effects with which to pass the time, so I stepped right back out to the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. Incidentally, I came across Say and Cannon on their way from the foyer in the halls. Hey, Say, Cannon. I was about to go to the dining hall. Do you want to come? We just left the dining hall. Oh, okay, I see. We stood in silence for half a minute. Well, I should go. She shuffled off, leaving me and Cannon to fill the empty air. She went right back to the foyer to who knows where. Huh? Her personal room is right here. It's a weird tiny girl. This one, Cannon? It's like the same name as her camera. Maybe she wants to spend time with one of the activity rooms. Maybe. The conversation came to a stalemate. I'm just being cautious. Cannon turned and withdrew to her personal room. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in. Cannon tires me out. And you own a cannon? Nice. Tiny girls. Yeah, an inch taller than us. An inch taller. I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. We greeted each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with the other students who had already settled in for a meal. Ah, Echo, Ashley. Feel free to join us, we were just starting. How have you been faring since this morning? Oh, I'm feeling much better, thank you. Pleased to hear it. Isn't everyone... Okay, yeah. Missy sat at the head of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across from each other. With Ashley sitting next to Cyrus, I shuffled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley. Man, what kind of class only has 5 students? One that's been disillusioned by a strange game, apparently. Yes, it's a little disheartening to see only half of our group gathered here. Well, it isn't strictly required that we all have dinner together. I saw Say and Cannon in passing. They must have had their share already and were on their way out. She's a pretty shy girl, so I can understand perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people. And Cannon, she's awfully mysterious. Well, there's no use wondering about them. They can do whatever they please. We shouldn't question their actions. Even if they're suspicious? And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you? I voiced the questions that have been ruling my thoughts. I mean, there's no one really capable of that sort of thing, is there? My question was met with silence. Echo, I understand that you might be afraid right now, but it won't do you any good to worry. You're only going to run yourself ragged, thinking of the frightful possibilities. Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcement out of nowhere, so what's the threat? Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety from something that hasn't evoked any consequences. Plus, if this were a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities? Yeah, it's a killing game. Why do we got a spa, huh? You wouldn't give someone a spa if you're going to murder them. Why just throw us in a creepy locked building? Wouldn't that pressure us to further into killing each other? To escape an unknown scary building? I wonder. Regardless, we shouldn't dwell on the specifics of something so mysterious and harmless. Let's just enjoy each other's company and the fixings of this mansion to its fullest. Thank you for the encouraging words, Missy. Ha! Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool. With the atmosphere lightened up, we continued our dinner with lively chatter. I was thankful to have such positive energy surrounding me. You know what's really scary? This is their 7 days, right? We're in day 2 already. God, I'd be worried. After dinner, we all departed to wrap up the evening with our own activities. Ashley and I walked over to the living quarters to rest for the evening. But before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the living quarters hallway. Hey Ash, what's up? Echo, I've been thinking and I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me worried. An unlimited... said the word battle royale, so I gotta initiate it. Exclamation point, battle royale. Battle royale. Here we go. An ultimate battle royale? Just saying it's ridiculous. It has to be some kind of themed ARG or weird elaborate prank. She reminds me a bit of Holmes. Think she's gonna haunt us? I was kidding around, but Ashley remained still with a serious demeanor. Well, you're here, aren't you? How else would you explain your high school plaque on your personal room door? Huh? Sure, it's a little strange, but that could mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student at my high school. I know, you eventually. It's just kind of funny she dies and she's like, oh, well, I'm just gonna haunt you now. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. You know what I think it means? It means I was right. Echo, being involved with me only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game is specifically curated for ultimate students managed to gain a... This game that's specifically curated for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association, me. Ash, what are you saying? I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night you dropped me off after we had dinner. Did I ever finish that game? Forgot. I did not finish that game yet, no. Oh, yeah, same thing. Characters were interesting, and the story was interesting, but oh my god, I sucked so bad at the game mechanics part of it. Like, it's a puzzle that specifically have a specific answer, and I could not figure it out. I eventually gotta look back at that. Or just watch someone on YouTube or something. You couldn't walk me to my house. I did in fact make it to the house in one piece, but when I looked back out to the street, I noticed something strange. You also gave out watching other people play. Again, I feel so bad because I love the story. I was like, I really loving the characters. Everything was great, except God, I hated that game. The gameplay. I saw smoke. Like, honestly, like the card game Danganronpa, the old school Slaughter one, I don't particularly like the card game in that either. Like, I feel like it's overly elaborate for no reason. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what happened, but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain, and then... Black? Right. I must have been a target or something. I feel so bad. I was suspicious, and she's being super nice and worried about me. Someone must have subdued and captured me, and at the same time, you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also. I trembled at the thought. The problem was I didn't see a thing that happened that night. Echo, I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well. How could you say that? We're best friends. I can't abandon you in a time like this. I need you to let me alone. It's for your safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger because of your relation to me as your close friend. I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return, it meant we needed to be apart. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to her room for the night. Ashley? I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fists in frustration. Damn it! I pounded the wall, trying to process everything when I heard a gentle voice. I'm so sorry for what just happened. I twirled around to find the source of the voice a few paces behind me. Of course it's Pandora. Of course it's Pandora. It was Pandora. Her voice was barely a whisper. Pandora, you overheard us? I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was only nearby because I want to talk to you privately. Me? Yes. I was wondering, does this message mean anything to you at all? Bredadora. I'm sorry, whoa, what? Can I look at that for more than 2 seconds? Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. The note had 2 small symbols on it along with some text. If you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and you are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. As she says as she shows me it. Wait, can I? No. Not an ad right when the secret message appeared. No, of course. Upon closer inspection, the symbols are similar to the ones the announcement showed. What does this mean? Do you recognize either of them? I can't say that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was confused by the contents of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. In particular, I was wondering what the note meant by "you are safe." Based on what's shown in the note itself, the 2 symbols could be of interest. It seems like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever is controlling the announcements. Basically, there might be a spy. I thought the same, but I wish the implications weren't so. Where did you find... Oh my god, she's going to try to kill the spy. She's going to set a trap, try to kill the spy, and rip. Where did you find that? It was in my apron pocket since I woke. I don't know how it got there. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets. She tucked the note away in her back pocket, in her apron pocket. However, that really wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. Huh? I wanted to say, I feel like you're a very special person. I can't explain it, but I feel a very strong aura about you. Oh, thanks. She smiled and went on. Echo, you might think being an ultimate student is some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget there is beauty in the ordinary as well. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people just like you. Waking up with bedheads, sometimes showing up late to our appointments. Kaede Kenny? We're just a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most others. Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of the worry in my heart. But it is a pity what happened between you and Ashley. I don't know what to think anymore. One moment, Missy's telling me not to believe a word the announcement says. Another moment, Ash is cutting ties with me in a firm belief of the dangers of the game. What am I supposed to do? I felt my throat begin to choke. Just the French words, Echo. I'm going to translate that too. So sorry. I don't think it's my place to say, however. This is but a bump on the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. She's very sorry, told me. Yeah. I was like, I'm learning French. I'm learning French, and I can never pronounce anything at all. And it may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live one moment at a time. There's this one short video. There's this one guy who just pretends he dresses up and pretends to be different languages of the world and makes silly things. And there's one where he just puts a bunch of words in French that sound the same into Google Translate. And just there's one where it's or something like that. It's so silly. You go with Latin-based languages and you know some Japanese but can't read Korean, but pronouncing things sometimes is something else. Well, that's amazing. I only know occasional key words in Japanese because they pop up and you're okay, I got that. And yeah, I just know French, you just don't say 2/3 of the word and then you generally got it, right? It may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live one moment at a time. The lights started to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time. It is now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. You blame your French on Lestat. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Oh dear, it looks like nighttime has come. Well then, bonne nuit, Echo. And that was... later? Good night. And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to many mysteries of this place. I nodded. The note was odd, but I couldn't find it in me to outright doubt Pandora. Good night to you too, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. I have not watched it yet. I need to so much. Returning to my room, I made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. Those sound like death flags. Oh, she's so dead. There's one thing I don't doubt is that her death is confirmed. I stared blankly at the dim ceiling, letting my mind wander aimlessly through the news I learned today. But nothing really stuck. Words and conversations and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. The one thought that pervaded the others was, what would be waiting for us tomorrow? Pandora put that note in her box, keep it safe. Her bread box? Before I knew it, I had fallen into a deep sleep. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here for today. And then next week we'll do Because I'm assuming we're going to find the body today. Or just going to be a murder in day 3 at some point. Pandora's bread box. And then we can just continue with the trial while we're at it. I don't know how long things are in this game. But it has been like 3.5 hours, almost 3.5 hours now. So let's do the death days today. Okay, then yeah. So I'm going to save that. God, this game's pretty. So then, okay. So yeah. So not tomorrow. Next Friday, we're gonna do this at 8 o'clock. Whatever the announcement from Eden's Garden that they're announcing. Or, I mean, we're all assuming it's a trailer for chapter 1. So at 8 o'clock, we'll stop this for a second, watch the trailer for Eden's Garden, and then come back to this. This is one of your favorite fangans ever. Yeah, no, the artwork like this is gorgeous. The CGs have been so pretty, and I like that it stands out on its own, and like Ian's art style, like there's no mistaking these characters from any other series or game, which is really cool. Very unique, very pretty, and the fact that it's finished. Like again, I love all the other games we've been starting, but it's the start and stopping and then forgetting. Like I think I was commenting earlier this week on the CCG streams. I can't remember almost anything from Heartless to See anymore. Like when that game updates, it's like I'm gonna need a serious refresher on legit everything. I remember my best friend, and I know the police are involved, and we have 2 talents, and that's generally about it. And robot sad kid. You don't remember much, yeah. Like, and like I feel bad. Like again, that was also really pretty. It looks really well done. It's just, it's a prologue, half a prologue. Exactly. Double talent, pretty hacker friend, hot lady cop. It's also like my remembering. Let me do Final Battle Royale quick. Battle Royale. Yeah. And there's also Handsome Older Cop. Yeah, who was the dad for the twins? Was that the twins' dad? Could be the twins' dad. No, that wasn't the Protag's dad, I think. Right, yeah. Oh, and there was the puppet, the puppeteer. The puppeteer was cool. Someone's dad. Yeah, someone's dad's involved. Wait, Blowback was canceled? I did not know that. Zephy, don't recommend games that are canceled. No. He was giving a nod, but weirder. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't know Blowback was canceled. Oh, rip. I don't want to do... it's so hard with, like... I don't know. Oh, yeah, Kuza's gonna beat you out, CM. Yep. Then what else? Oh yeah, so I'm adding Pokemon. So as you guys all saw, I added oh no, that's okay. Sorry. There you go. Have some monodams while I'm wrapping up here. What was I about to say? I don't remember what I was saying anymore. Oh my god, I just went completely brain empty. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna try to add as many Pokemon as I can for the Pokemon game. Because I think it's more fun that way. Or just like, catch and steal Pokemon from Monodam. That way it's still Danganronpa themed in a way, but I don't know. Pokemon are just kind of fun to add. And the fact that, you know, they very easily have sprite sheets that I can use, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I don't have to make them from scratch. It's like, oh man, there's enough Pokemon pixel games. Like, here you go, have it. And I'm like, thank God, thank you. What else is new and upcoming in games and stuff like that? I know I want to check out more Chilla art games because I really did like the Closing Shift one. That one's a lot of fun. I think Bathhouse was the one recommended next, so... But I got to upload Virtue's Last Reward stuff first. I don't want that incomplete on my game, on my channel. I'm like, wait, no, I finished the game. Here, let me put it all up. Yeah, no, that's generally about it. Oh, the 29th is going to be the Fangan Simulator game, because that comes out, and I believe I'm getting a copy early. I can't quite tell with these developers sometimes. They're like, yeah, do you want to, like, could you do that for us? I'm like, yeah, of course I'll stream it. And I'm like, that's not, we'll figure out. But if I don't, it's no problem at all. I think it says only like $12, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I got that. Yeah, so again, thank you all for coming and joining, and I'm so excited to start a new Fangan, and it's a complete one. And I hope all my predictions are wrong, and all my characters I like live, and I don't just immediately put in murdered areas. Alright, let me wrap this up. I'm just blabbing on and on. And... Yep, alright. Good night, everyone. You're all the best.